But Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. Streams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his squad can't be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machinist, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy or scant to see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Wednesday the 5th of July 2023. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed. Still kind of strange that we're doing bingos on Wednesday because Phil's usually off on Wednesdays, but for the last couple of weeks he's been doing the Thursdays for his day off instead, so it is what it is. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, joining me today for today's bingo antics is regular, the very first person I made a moderator, I believe, in my bingo. We've got dashi110 joining me for the bingo, so welcome to the bingo.
I've heard his real voice. It's fucking terrifying.
We fucking go. So yeah, Dashi asked me to if I could join. I was like, yeah, sure. But yeah, I'm also happy to have a guest on to help endure the bingo antics, you know what I mean? So there we go. And everyone's heard your voice as well, and people are saying very nice things about you indeed. Whoa, is that the guy? Hello, Dashi. What indeed over waving. And there we go. But also, anyone, I don't mind having anyone on for bingo just to fucking join in the fun as well. So if anyone ever wants to join in future as well, just ask. Feel free to ask, and we'll enjoy the bingo together, have a fucking laugh, you know, and maybe actually fucking win a full house bingo. So there you go. Dashi asked, you know, he shot his shot, and I was like, yeah, sure, buddy, come on.
And I have to do this sober. I don't touch any alcohol, so I have to put up with Phil sober doing this fucking thing.
Aye, I mean, so am I. I've got like a big glass of blackcurrant, you know, blackcurrant squash, you know, here, so there we go.
You are not sober all the time, though.
Oh, no, of course not. No, of course not. Why the fuck would I be? But yeah. So yeah, as you see, Phil's stream, he's online, got 486 members, which is up a bit from yesterday. And what else do we have? Phil's just blathering away in his chat, just fucking talking about Street Fighter crap as usual. Fucking who cares? Let's just get into the fucking wheel and spin the wheel and determine today's bingo card criteria.
And for those going to my channel, there's nothing there. Seriously, I'm just here.
Sorry, I didn't link your channel anyway, so it's alright. I titled the theme. There's no link to your channel. You don't see your YouTube has like you do have a YouTube channel, but it's just a case of it exists to exist on YouTube and it has no content. Phil, you know, arm flail. It's a very strong thing. Phil usually arm flails anyway, so that's quite a good thing to have to kind of guarantee to happen. So, Dashi, I'll ask you as a guest, I need a number between 1 and 176.
Let's go 23.
23. Okay, a 23rd bingo card, which will be the 24th result. Here we go. So, we got Phil. Say Q&A. Him messing with his phone. Him saying interactive. Him having random scat talk, which is kind of happening more and more often lately, I feel. And then him saying comment. Then you got Phil saying sound good, example, him having dead air, him leaning and ban somebody, and him being all defence mode. Bird Joe is filled in a wire of T-pose, him saying interesting, him snorting, him saying idiot and on demand. Fourth row is Phil saying in fact, him burping, necessarily, him talking about drama, and him saying tips. And the fifth and final row is Phil flailing his arms. Oh, hold on.
Profit, I can't do that. I don't have the money to do that.
So the final row in the card, first of all, is Phil flailing his arms, him making an annoying T sound, him saying what I mean by that is, alright and take to say. Thank you very much, Profit, for the super chat. It says, smoke weed then, Dashi. More than 20 milligrams though, unlike someone on here. Profit, first of all, stop trying to push weed on other people. They'll do it if they want to. Fucking hell. Secondly, stop bullying black mages. No, not everyone can keep up with you and your excessive, incredible consumption of that kind of product. So there you are. But cheers, Profit, for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Oh Christ, man! I'll tell you what, man. As soon as I finished bingo yesterday, I had a really fucking strange surprise. I mean, people saw me on Twitter. I tweeted about somebody trying to use my card. Like, as I like some kind of fucking fraudulent, alert on my phone. I was like, "That's you? Are you trying to buy something for £179 and 79 pence or 99 pence, whatever, on Google Store?" I was like, "That's not fucking me." So I was like, "Yeah, that's not me then. Somebody has somehow got my details and trying to fucking buy shit." So
Phil did it.
Yeah, Profits is claiming responsibility. But long story short, it means I cancelled my card immediately, so nobody can try and fucking do that shit again. But now I need to wait, of course, for a new card to come, which could be, it's like 3 to 5 business days and shit. Long story short, I hope nobody wins bingo anytime soon, because I might have to rely on PayPal contributions to pay people for bingo. I don't know. Not to sound like Phil or anything, but, never mind. So the card, I'm going to save the card before I forget to save it. So here we go. I think it's a strong card. I mean, Phil did not seemingly lean and ban anyone yesterday, though. That's the thing. Which is kind of strange. But,
well, he did, but it was post pre-stream podcast.
Thank you very much, TJ Gamebox. So super chat says I was trying to do pools. Sorry, that's no problem, TJ. I actually got TJ's tweet up here. So Phil did not spend any more money on the WWE Champions event. It ended at $965 spent by DSP, which is still an abnormal amount of money. Dropping almost $1,000 on a WWE Champions game event. Not even for the fucking entire game, but this is one singular event during a fucking weekend. Insane. But Phil secured 13th place. All this fucking expenditure. Well, Gamebox is all the way down in 2063rd. Rookie numbers. Again. It's just, I don't know, I still don't understand. I don't understand why Phil cannot fucking kick his habit. It's bizarre. It's a strange fucking addiction to have. For someone that plays video games daily, why is this one, fucking trapping him into spending all his money? Is it because he does well in it? And it's one of the few games he actually has success in these days? I have no idea. I have no clue. But yeah, it's crazy. He needs fucking help. He really needs fucking help. So there we go. So Phil's stream, as I said, he's live. He's not live probably. He's actually going to go to the restroom. He's let everyone know. Okay, I'm going to use the restroom, everyone. I'm going to go for a fucking tinkle. BRB and then we'll start. That's what it says. So we've got a card all set up. So I may as well get the card prepared as well. And yeah, and while I go through, obviously getting that sorted, I can go through the ways we can get free spaces for the bingo card that people are about to see before them on the screen. So, first of all, if Phil snorts 20 times or burps 10 times before he starts recording for Gameplay for YouTube, that gives us all a free space. If he gets 100 likes and blows bubbles for his audience or fires them with that fucking bubble gun before he starts recording for Gameplay for YouTube, that too will be a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this very stream right here before we finish bingo, not only is it a free space for the card, but also you guys get to enjoy the incredible animation that Pixar Animations made for us for celebrating 100 likes with a unique bubble blown animation. So there we go. But yeah, I mean, other than that though, I've of course we've got the auto cam ready as well. The autos are on standby for us to enjoy looking at when we need them. So there we go. I was on Pig and I just thought I'd search a random term. And the term I searched for was up my ass, because I thought Phil had a strange fucking habit of saying this quite a lot. And yeah, 217 results for that very specific set of words is quite a lot. It's a lot more than I thought it would be. Like, why? So is Phil a bit obsessed with, having things getting shoved up his pipper. I don't know, it's a very strange thing indeed. Well, there's a brilliant video as well I need to show everyone, hold on. So, Raw Phil. I recently subscribed to Raw Phil. They do Phil's restreams, Raw DSP streams, but they also make videos. You know, they actually fucking make normal videos as well. And I thought this one was a fucking cracker, with Phil talking about, he claims fucking down in the future. After it happened, Phil claimed he was never serious about trying to claim he was overall one of the best gamers in the country. But the full segment is actually quite interesting. So I'm just going to kind of play it from the segment on this. Listen to Phil talk about... This is what led to Phil claiming that he's one of the best overall gamers in the country. This is... Anyway, hold on. Before I even... I'm going to share the link in the stream for people if they so want it. So there we go. But make sure you subscribe to Raw Phil, because that's certainly are quite helpful as well for, you know, detractors and making videos as well. Because anyone that restreams Phil, as well as having this chat in the stream as well, it's quite a bonus for people making DSP content. But listen to what Phil has to say back in 2010 about his thoughts on other people gaming, as well as his thoughts on himself and his own personal abilities.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Robert for a super chat. It says, dude, you can't say cracker, that's racist. Who the fuck said... I don't think I said cracker.
No.
Prophet, are you putting words in my mouth? Although technically I just said it now because Prophet made me say it. But then again, shut up. But anyway, thank you, Prophet, for the super chats. But no, I'm not. I didn't say anything wrong. I did nothing wrong. I did everything right. You know? Yeah.
You did everything correct,
Yeah.
not right.
Fuck you, grammar Nazi.
Hey, Englishman.
Fuck off. Anyway, listen to what Phil... The whole context, a lot of people have seen Phil say, I'm probably one of the best overall gamers in the country, but I don't think a lot of people actually know the full context of why Phil said that, so listen to this.
Do it, and yeah, I know Justin Wong's on there. I knew he was on there because the number one excuse that I heard when he lost the EVO this year, that's right, when he lost the Super Street Fighter 4 to two relatively unknown players, the excuse was, oh, well, he hasn't been playing, he's been practicing for this World Cyber Games Ultimate Gamer. I'm going to give you a hint. Justin Wong didn't win, okay? Now, I'm not saying that because I know for a fact Justin Wong can't win a thing like World Cyber Gamers Ultimate Gamer because Justin Wong is a person who focuses only on fighting games. The only reason he's as good as he is because he plays the living fuck out of them. He has made it his, mission since the year 2000 that he was going to spend the majority of his life sitting there and playing fighting games. And so he's become the best fighting game player in the United States. You're not going to quickly learn how to do that with other games. In fact, he can't even do it with different fighting games for the most part, especially when he fights a specialist like me. I played Super Street Fighter 3 Turbo for a long time. He was trying to learn the game for a while, but then I beat his ass every time I played him in tournament. At least, the last couple times when I was actually taking it seriously. And since then, he admitted, all right, you're better than me at that game. It's the same thing with these other games. These other people are going to beat his ass at every game type but these fighting games. And, when I say that, he's pretty decent at most fighting games. He's really good at Tekken and Street Fighter in particular. So any of those games, if they haven't played, he's going to he will dominate everyone. But anything outside of that, he's going to fail. And if he does win, it's going to be lucky or it's going to be staged. There's no way. So, whatever. The other thing I want to say, Justin Wong's a good kid and all, but he's just not very interesting. I mean, he doesn't have, a crazy, interesting personality. It's funny because they made a documentary about him or something in Chinatown, the King of Chinatown. Who wants to watch Justin Wong for an hour and a half? I'd fall asleep. I would literally get a fucking pillow like this in the theater, and I'd go to sleep on my shoulder because he's just not a character. He's not. He's always been this more quiet kind of a guy. Yeah, he says things from time to time, but he's not the vocal kind of person who has that kind of personality that people attract to. I honestly think I do have that kind of personality, and that's why a lot of people find me, interesting on YouTube and why I've had such popularity. So yeah, I think that would be a really good thing. If I had gotten on that show, I think it would have been amazing, for my popularity, and also I think a lot of people would have enjoyed it, but unfortunately, because of the constraints of the show and the way that the show works, I couldn't do it. So it would be nice if someone could speak to the producers and say, hey, knock on the door, Hey, Mr. Producer, wake the fuck up. The show's about gaming, not about physical activities. This isn't Double Dare where you're doing physical challenges. This is about being the best overall gamer. You want to know the truth? I'm probably one of the best overall gamers in the country because I play all the major games. I play them not super competitively, but you saw when I was playing Modern Warfare 2 and other things, I was getting okay and decent at them, at least enough to know the basics and things like that. I'm really good at Street Fighter, you know, and other games, like classic games, there's been, you know, events that they've had at like Midwest Championships that I've gone to where they have like a random games tournament where you have like a fighting game, a beat 'em up game, a racing game. They actually had the Nintendo World Championships cartridge one year in the finals. I won that tournament because I'm just overall pretty good at all kinds of different games. I think I could take something like that World Cyber Games Ultimate Gamer. Again, the problem is they don't want it all about gaming. They wanted all these bullshit side things that I can't do because of my physical limitations. So that's the truth. I was approached. I turned him down, and they ended up getting Justin Wong, which is cool. I wish him the best. I know he didn't fucking win, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, it is what it is. Maybe someone will grow a brain and they'll invite me to the show next season and say, instead of worrying about the physical stuff, we'll just play games. Because that's what the show should be about anyway. Then again, if you knew how to run a show, you wouldn't have to put physical shit into it. You'd have enough things with gaming to entertain the people watching. But, you know, you need a brain to understand that as well. A couple more questions.
That, I think, is an incredible fucking... Holy fuck, he's actually started. Why did he start so early? So Phil started earlier than fucking expected, but it just builds up some speed up just, so it's all good. But,
Bill, I believe, just described what we'll do right now with this stuff. I've got pillows within 6 feet of me. Do you need me to grab one now, Philip?
and there's a whole lot, and the incredible thing about that video, this is quite obviously, and I think Phil would even admit these days, if he saw his clip today and was sent to him to react to, he would absolutely admit, I'm pretty sure, he was of course jealous that Justin Wong was getting this fucking thing, you know, he was getting attention, and he was getting this sort of kind of recognition, and Phil was trying his best to fucking put, you know, he's doing his best to fucking, you know, one-up him. And he's like, I'm the best Street Fighter player though, I'm the best Super Turbo 2 player, and all that shit. And it's a strange fucking thing. I was really trying to fucking say his personality. Phil thinks his personality is far superior to fucking Justin Wong. Like, based on fucking what? Because every single person in the FGC seems to fucking dislike Phil, apart from a very small handful of people that seem to just tolerate him.
Phil has the personality of Arnold Judas Rimmer.
That's saying something. There's a fucking Red Dwarf reference for people. Jesus Christ, man. Even Rimmer was fucking redeemable at times, though. Occasionally.
That's, sorry, I correct that. Rimmer had a personality.
Ah, Christ, man. But yeah, the incredible amount of jealousy on display here. And it's just a case of, I couldn't do the show because of my physical limitations, you know, I had his bad back. And so, from what I'm trying to understand then, Phil refused, you know, because Phil couldn't do the physical side of the show, he rejected him. And then Justin Wong was approached and he done it, and he enjoyed himself, I guess, and done well on the show. Didn't win the show, but as Phil, you know, spoiled at the end there in his condescending manner. But yeah, it's just quite bizarre that it's just another example of the kind of opportunities that Phil could have had to have, you know, bettered himself and improved himself in some capacity. And, you know, this is 2010 DSP. He has a YouTube channel at times still at this fucking point in time. The channel's doing well, it's getting popular, it's growing. And I think at this point in time as well, he was with Machinima. So this was a case of Phil could have really, you know, jumped on the bandwagon, the kind of hype, and really done well for himself in terms of getting more recognition out there, getting himself out there, and just getting more, you know, more attention. But instead, he just said, "No, I'm not doing it because I'm my back."
I'm sorry, Tedsko, you're absolutely right. Mr. Flibble is more likable than Phil.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, I thought it was a great fucking clip, you know what I mean? And I put a link in the chat earlier on. So, right, anyway, Phil's ready, Phil's live. So, yeah, let's just enjoy. I say enjoy. Let's try and endure, and let's try and win a full house in bingo. Remember, guys, tag me in the chat because I'm missing the card. I don't try and miss things on the card. I just do sometimes because I can't help it. You know, bug bingo mechanics, nothing I can do. So, with all that being said, good luck, guys. Here we fucking go.
Hello everyone, Phil here. It's my final consecutive streaming day of the week, so let's recap everything that went down here on DSP Gaming as well as DSP Reacts. Let's talk about what we're doing today, and let's have a nice chill podcast before I get serious in Street Fighter 6 right after this.
Autos now.
So, he has really stopped. I think he seems to really believe that him not wetting his hair and brushing it is a good look, but it looks fucking ridiculous. Like, what in the hell? His hair looks fake. Oh yeah, 1.25 speed. Hold on, 1.25 speed. There we can go.
Alrighty everyone, good morning, and what a week we've had. What a fun week, right? A lot of Street Fighter this week, a fun marathon, some progress in all the RPGs that we're currently playing, and overall, I had a great time with all of you, so I hope that you guys had a great time with me here this week. Today is Wednesday, the 5th.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Auto Insane, for a super chat. It says, who wants to bet that shirt has been washed? I would almost guarantee that fucking shirt has not been washed. If it went straight from being hung over a fucking bit of artwork straight onto his fucking hairy ass ugly body.
I think I know what Phil's done with his hair.
All he's done with his hair is not fucking put water in it.
No, he's trying to make himself look like John Travolta from Grease.
He's not John Travolta from Greece, although
No,
Greece
he's
is...
trying to make him look like it, though.
You think so? You really think he's going for the fucking look? I mean, the funny thing is, the ironic thing is, of course, Phil's head is usually fucking full of grease anyway.
Money, yeah, yeah.
But it is the greaser look.
Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Be Awesome for Super Chat. It says, I got my big ass tax refund, so I might as well share some of it with you. That's very kind of you, Be Awesome. Thank you very much indeed. But does everyone else think that Phil's going for the John Travolta fucking look from Greece? I don't know. I just think this is how his hair fucking looks when he combs it back, whether or brushes it back, and he doesn't fucking drown it in water. It just kind of stays a bit upright. I don't know. It's strange. It's fucking strange. To me, it emphasises how uneven his fucking hairline is. It just brings more attention to his fucking head. And not in a positive way.
Marathon, some progress in all the RPGs that we're currently playing, and overall, I had a great time with all of you, so I hope that you guys had a great time with me here this week. Today is Wednesday, the 5th of July, 2023. Yes, some people have been asking, now that for the last few weeks my day off has been Thursday, will that continue? And the answer I have is, I'm not sure. One of the major reasons why my day off has been Thursdays instead of Wednesdays like it was previously was appointments. Actually getting a bunch of important appointments and things that we needed to do, and we were only able to get those on Thursdays. So it made sense to keep the schedule as is. I think next week, yes, our day off again is Thursday. So I guess we'll really see what happens. Maybe at one point we will readjust. It really depends on that kind of stuff. But yes, for the foreseeable future, looks like I'll be here Fridays through Wednesdays. All right. And welcome to the Level 1 Podcast, everyone. So what a week. Let's talk a little bit about the week that was before we talk about what will happen today, because I have decided exactly what I'm doing in Street Fighter 6 today, which I think you guys are going to like, because it's going to get serious today. If you can't tell from me wearing my Blanca shirt, right? It's funny because this shirt was over here for a month during the launch of Street Fighter 6, which was very nice, but admittedly, I love this shirt. This is the shirt that a fan made for me over a decade ago at the launch of Street Fighter 4, when Blanca, incidentally, was my main character back then. He was the character who I was using the most. I actually did a tutorial video about Blanca back in the day. Yes, that early in Street Fighter 6, or Street Fighter 4, excuse me. Some people actually watched me for, like, technical reasons, because I was one of the people outlining basics of the game. And so a fan made this shirt for me, as you can see. Blanca on the front, all hand-drawn, amazing artwork. How cool. Look at that, man. With electricity flowing through his body. And on the back, it actually says DSP in giant letters across the back. It's hard to see because it's giant, and I can't really back up enough so you can see it well on camera. But I love this shirt. I've had this for, since, 2009?
Jesus fucking Christ, Phil. Just fucking, stand behind your chair or something then and fucking turn round.
Also, sorry, but that t-shirt has been on there for a month. It's been accumulating dust and all sorts, probably had spiders in it or something. And what are the odds he's not washed it since then?
No, there's no way I can get it. There's no way in hell That shirt has seen a wash in a long time. Yeah, as Prophets saying the same thing as you. This is the same shirt that was hanging up in the background all last month. Probably not washed, exactly. So it's not only all that. Phil is seemingly going to fucking run right back into what is his strongest character in Street Fighter 6, which is Blanca. Phil promised his audience on his... Phil does his Twitter and YouTube community posts where he posts his updates as well and posts his schedule. You know, and he had promised people ranked multiplayer. But for all but 30 minutes of the Street Fighter stream yesterday, Phil stayed in casual. He only went ranked for the final 30 minutes or so, where things did not go well for him whatsoever. Phil had a very bad time yesterday, in case you weren't aware. In fact, I was watching the end of it and I could not believe how much Phil actually, like, he spent like fucking a long time ranting and raving about the game. Well after the fight, well after I finished playing the game, and it was still part of the recording, I think.
Alright.
So if we go here, yeah, it's like, so he kind of rage quit right to the end, right? I say rage quit, he didn't fucking like properly rage quit, he'd lost and then just fucking immediately quit out. But this is how the stream ended. Keep in mind, so the final match here, right, was like 6-7 minutes before the end of the video. So he spends all his time ranting and raving about the game, and then finally has enough and hits stop record. But listen to this shit. I'm not gonna watch all of it, but listen to some of this shit and the copium that was going on.
Can't do anything. I literally can't do anything to all his rush down. I can't move. Yes! No! You're kidding! You're kidding. What if I did light kick? What if I did medium kick? Would it have worked? Yeah, that's it. That's the set, right? Yep. Well, I don't know, man. From what I see people play with Ryu online, and it seems like their stuff works, and I don't know. I can't get it to work. It's like you have to lab the shit out of it or something to learn the distances of anything. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm trying so fucking hard. And half the time my moves don't come out. I'm dropping still after a whole, this is what, 3.5 hours, 4 hours of gameplay. I'm still dropping things constantly, working so hard. I just want an anti-air.
Okay, so he starts off the fucking, so he runs and raves, okay? Let's fast forward a wee bit, and then play again.
Just this hit stream that keeps going and going. I'm like, what was my answer for that? Besides hit?
Okay, still ranting and raving and crying. Let's fast forward some more and see if he's still crying about it.
Drive impact spam, but once you know about drive impact, people aren't going to spam it anymore, right? So when you get to...
Okay, still saying the same, basically the same shit over and over again. Let's keep going forward and see if he keeps doing it.
Right? But that's the thing, like, that's how Street Fighter is. If I kept playing with you all week, maybe by like Friday, the end of...
And he's still going on about it. Let's keep fast forward some more.
Oh, it really is frustrating. I wanted to get better. I don't know if I did. I really don't even know if I did. I learned a couple tools, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm better. You know what I mean? All right. Well, thank you for watching, guys.
So finally, I guess, there's like 6 or 7 minutes of hard fucking copium going on before the end of the fucking stream. I was like, what the fuck, Phil? It should have ended way before that. It's like fucking random copium, like, I can't do a thing, what to do and all that shit. Just fucking end the fucking recording already.
I actually have some advice for Phil.
Is it to fuck off and die?
Apart from that, I sent you the video on it a few days ago. Let me just, if you could scroll up, you'll know once you see it. It's something Phil should do.
You sent me a few videos, so is it this kind of, is it Thomas?
This one is Street Fighter related.
Oh, right, okay, the Dirge Gaming thing.
Yes.
This is a 13-minute video. Is there any specific point I should go to in particular, or?
You've got to there's literally, he highlights an option that Phil must do, which is basically showing his own video, showing his own inputs during replays.
Phil is not a huge fan of that option. He's talked to us before. I think there's a guy called Sosa or something like that used to do videos on Phil, and they actually had input things shown as well. And people actually asked Phil about this in the past. And says, what about these kind of videos which shows all your inputs as well? And Phil claims that cannot be trusted because sometimes the game misses your inputs.
If Phil wants to improve, Phil has to fucking do it. Take
Yeah.
your medicine and like it, bitch.
But yeah, look at all these fucking. So Phil was on the right hand side here. This one.
Beautiful. I tried to parry that. Nothing happened at all.
So there was no parry. That's actually pretty good. Then. So the game shows that he did not try to parry that.
Parry that. Nothing happened at all.
So let's see how this fight ends.
Wow!
Nothing. He didn't say anything about that. That was a great fucking counter. Jesus fucking Christ. So, Dirge Gaming. Behind the scenes of DSP's input, Blanca, number 3, June the 28th, 2023. So, yeah, a 2-star diamond minnow. That's a pretty solid video. Is Dirge Gaming a detractor or just a fucking... just someone that likes Street Fighter or what?
I'm not sure, but like as it shows, he has done multiple of these.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy a link to his channel and put it in the description so people can check him out. So there we go, Dirge Gaming. So he made this video and he kind of covers Phil's like, I think as well. Anytime Phil claims he did something or whatever, he'll probably show that Phil didn't actually fucking do it based on the inputs of the game recorded. So there you go. But this is pretty good. Actually, I kind of like this. I like having the input shown on the screen, obviously, but you also have Phil at the same time his reactions. This is the kind of video that I was kind of thinking would be pretty good detractor content. You know what I mean? So anything that calls it Phil's fucking nonsense and bullshit, and his fucking ridiculous claims I was doing this, I was doing that, when the game conclusively tells you no, you weren't. So I'm all for that. But anyway, let's get back to the bingo.
And here we are 14 years later, and I continue to wear it and enjoy it. Thank you to whoever it was that made me this shirt so long ago. You know, back then it was very common for someone who knew a YouTuber to just send them some donations and stuff. I used to get all kinds of stuff in the mail back in the day. And it was very nice. You know, here's something that I kept with me for so long, right? Now, how funny is it? 14 years later, I'm finally getting back into competitive Street Fighter in a way, and my best character right now is Blanca. I don't know if Blanca will eventually be my best character in the game, but it's pretty cool. It's almost like coming full circle, right? My first character that I played seriously in Street Fighter 2 was Blanca. Yes, it was Blanca. I liked the design of the character, being that he was this beast man that was a weird color, you know. He stood out from the rest of the pack. Everyone else kind of looks like a human. He looks so weird, and I liked that about him. So, pretty neat, right? I'm happy to be wearing the shirt today as we get into serious business in Street Fighter 6, because today it's going to be all ranked gameplay. Today I'm going to play with Blanca. I may play with Zangief. It's going to be one of those two, if not both. We'll see what you guys want. But, you know, right now, I'd argue those are two of my best characters, and playing with them, I'll really strongly try to level up. You know, Blanca is in Diamond, and so the more I play, those are going to be harder matches, but at the same time, potential to keep climbing and growing with that character. In fact...
Okay, let's just fucking cut to the fucking chase here. He is so fucking salty about fucking not doing well whatsoever the last couple of days with Ryu. No matter how many fucking videos he watched, no matter how many hours he put into studying the fucking other videos of Ryu and all these fucking superior Ryu players, Phil was not capable of doing well with Ryu in ranked. And it really got to him. That fucking 6-7 minute fucking rant he had at the end of this fucking Street Fighter stream the other night indicated how much it fucking got to him. So he's running back to his fucking best characters that he knows he can probably fucking get some more victories out of. Because this is not for anyone else's fucking benefit but for him and his fucking precious ego. The audience don't really fucking care how fucking well he does in the grand scheme of things. It's all about being, trying to entertain your fucking audience. But Phil tries to fucking claim him getting his arse handed to him and him, screeching and going what and all shit is not entertaining. It usually is for most people. Seeing him fucking lose his damn mind as to try and claim what the fuck went wrong in the game. And that's... Don't get it wrong though. Phil running back to Blanca and also maybe Zangief as well, whatever. This is definitely all for his own personal benefit and not for his audiences. Prophet's saying his best characters are JP, Marissa, Blanca, Lily in that order. By the percentages, yeah, but Phil actually addressed the JP thing the other day there, where he said because it was at the very start of the game, he would probably likely not do well whatsoever these days. Like, he only done so well at the start because the game was day one, brand new, whatever. So, who knows?
I've seen some insane stuff with JP fighters. It's just funny as hell.
It looks like a very tough character to kind of, make the most out of. But yeah, it looks strong. It seems like a strong character. Just but I'm not clued up though on what is a good character and not a good character. I'm kind of ignorant when it comes to Street Fighter.
Last night, once again, I watched a bunch of videos. I actually
Oh, for fuck's sake, he done more homework. Mister, I have no spare time to do this and that. Has a lot of fucking free time to watch videos all of a sudden. These are his best characters and he's still fucking watching videos about them. Let me just rewind that to make sure I'm fucking missing anything. But he watched videos last night on Blanca and Zangief, I guess, to make sure he's up to fucking scratch on the pro moves, I guess.
Level up. Blanca is in Diamond, and so the more I play, those are going to be harder matches, but at the same time, potential to keep climbing and growing with that character. In fact, last night, once again, I watched a bunch of videos. I actually learned a little bit more tech with Blanca about being in the corner and using the Blanca-chan setup, as well as a few tricky things using the Air Blanca ball, which is pretty interesting because I've rarely ever used it, and I saw a couple interesting setups with it that may actually pan out to be useful today. We'll have to see. With Zangief, I learned a couple things. For example, an interesting not only dash cancel but drive rush kind of technique with him, and some optimum kind of mid-screen combo ability with him. There's also some interesting juggles you can do, either into his level 2 super or into like air spinning pile driver. Of course, they may take some execution. Don't know if I'm going to do that or not. We'll have to see, but I am excited today. Now, I don't know. I have a little over 3 hours, right? Depending on how long the podcast runs, determines how much time I have today to play. So, I don't know, should I just use Blanca the whole time? Should I alternate and go Blanca then Zangief? I don't know. We'll talk about it, all right? And we'll see, right? We'll talk and we'll see what we want to do and go from there. But anyway, fun stuff today on stream as our final consecutive streaming day of the week. Let's talk about what happened this week, right? First of all, this really was the week of Ryu. All day Friday, both streams, as well as yesterday's...
He is rocking and swaying so much, his camera lost focus for a second. Just see that shit? His camera went out of focus, he's fucking rocking and swaying and going back and forth so goddamn much. The camera's like, what the fuck am I looking at?
First of all, this really was the week of Ryu. All day Friday, both streams, as well as yesterday's main stream, which was an extended main stream, because I started earlier with the gameplay, was all about Ryu. I'd say I got about 8+ hours of gameplay of Ryu in this week. And what I can say is, I like the character. I think he has big potential, but he is not as easy to use as, say, some of the other mid-screen dash-canceling rushdown style characters. In fact, I'd say arguably he's probably going to be mid-tier because the other characters, such as, for example, Ken, just have way more options that are way easier off of just one hit. With Ryu, if you get one hit, you could do a pretty good damage combo, and or if you have a level 3 super, you could do upwards of 50 to 60%, but that's about it. With Ken, he's got a ridiculous amount of freaking options off of any mid-screen hit, and he's got constant rushdown mix-up that's mostly safe. And that's kind of an issue for me with certain build characters that just seem like everything they do is safe, while with other characters it's not. With Ryu, it's really not. In fact, a lot of the strategies that people were insisting were safe, just were not safe for me. Like, oh, use that kick, the quarter circle forward kick. I don't know what they call it in this one. Just use that and have it at the tip of his foot, use it, hits the enemy. It's safe on block. I got hit every time. So I don't know if I'm just completely not getting the exact spacing right. But for me, he just seemed like a tougher character to use. And by the way, a ton of execution is required for this character. I mean, constantly you have to be alternating from doing a special move to going in a direction, then going back to neutral to get the right input, and I had a ton of issues with this week. His wall bounce combo requires you going from a drive impact to neutral into a special move, and I constantly kept getting overhead, and it would blow the combo. If you get a drive impact mid-screen, now you got to do a big combo with the 2-hit fierce into a low attack, into a dash cancel, and half the time it would stop comboing, and I'm like, I don't know why it stopped comboing. I swear I did the timing right. Many times, all I need is the anti-air, and I kept whiffing or not getting it at all. For me, these are all execution issues, right? This is something that if I was focusing in on Ryu and playing exclusively as my character for a week or two,
maybe you should check your inputs, Phil.
I mean, it's one of those things where, why should he do it when other fucking people can do it for him? Like fucking Diaphone or whatever his fucking name is. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like, I'm still very confused why Phil chose to delete his comment. That still confuses the absolute crap out of me. Like, he spent a lot of time in that comment, obviously, fucking trying to say, I fucking thank you for fucking doing this. I used to fucking work at a helicopter company back in the day, and so on. He fucking poured his fucking whole life story into his fucking comment. And then he fucking just nukes it a day later. It doesn't make sense to me, but yeah. But Phil, something he said the other night actually really fucking struck a chord with me. You know, he's been watching these videos of fucking top tier players and pro players, whatever, fucking using these characters he's using. But he says that's not very helpful for him because he's not at that level. He needs a fucking tutorial video for intermediate. Phil said that. He needs like some sort of tutorial video on Ryu for intermediate play, not top level play, not pro level play. He needs a Ryu video for him being intermediate.
No, I've got the perfect video. It is he is watching the expectations when he is the reality.
Yeah, hang on. So, you gonna send it this way or?
Oh no, I don't have a video for it. But literally,
sorry.
it's like you queue up a video of a pro fighting player pulling off a perfect combo, and then you just cut to Phil whiffing it every single fucking time.
I think so many. I think there's millions of gamers around the world that can relate to that. You know, anytime you fucking see, you know, a game you like, you know, it could be like fucking watching somebody play FIFA in a professional kind of way, or Rocket League, or League of Legends, or fucking,
I used to whiff all the time on Tekken 4.
Street Fighter as well. I mean, every sort of game will have this kind of thing where it's like, how can they do that so well? How can I do that? Do you know what I mean? You try and fucking learn it, and then it's like, yeah. So many gamers can relate to that for sure. But Phil Burnell, though, because his prior, experience with the Street Fighter franchise, probably thought it'd be easy for him to fucking mimic. And clearly it's not.
I would probably master this character's execution. Not saying that I would win constantly, but at least when it comes to landing these combos and strategies on the fly when you need to in a match, I'd probably be much better at it. But being that I'm not just playing Street Fighter 6, being that I'm not just playing the one character, that's one of the things that hurts that opportunity, you see? This game, which a lot of people don't seem to understand, is a game that takes a lot of time investment. I said this right before we started Street Fighter 6. I said, you don't understand with fighting games. It's a time investment.
Alright, 1.5. I'm going 1.5. He's boring me with his constant fucking Street Fighter talk.
Absolutely have to be playing it constantly and sinking time into the inputs and the technique and everything to get good. Even though Street Fighter 6 has easy inputs for special moves, the actual timing of these crazy combos and cancels and everything is very strict, and you got to be good at it and you got to practice it. When have I had time to practice this if I'm already playing someone online, right? I'm not sitting in training mode labbing stuff out. I'm literally just playing people online over and over. So 8 hours of Ryu. I like the character, okay? I think he has potential. Honestly, I think he'll probably end up being around mid-tier in this game because I don't think he has all the tools that a lot of other characters. This one curl of hair, look at this. This one curl of hair will not be controlled today. It's like refusing to be controlled, see that? Anyway, I feel like he's good, but I don't know if he'll be like top tier. Especially because, like I said, other characters just seem to have more when it comes to their ease of combo ability, their ease of use, their mix-up options. Ryu doesn't have as many. One thing I'm incredibly weak at right now is...
I try my best to ignore it, but I have him fucking getting derailed by his own fucking strand of hair, refusing to fucking obey his every fucking demand. Why do you think Phil Burnell usually fucking threw a bunch of water in his fucking head and combed it back in the fucking first place? Probably because his hair wasn't fucking very hard to manage without that kind of help. Like, he needed that water in the first place to try and manage his hair. His hair right now looks so goddamn fucking fake.
Even his body wants to escape his brain.
I cannot look at Phil's head right now and take it seriously. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding. His hair looks too fucking big for his fucking head. It just looks fake. It's like watching some sort of alien attempt to fucking blend into normal society, but they don't look that fucking normal whatsoever.
Drive Rush. I really can't figure out how to implement Drive Rush into my game plan right now. I see top level players use it effectively, and I try to do it, and every time I try to do it, it gets stuffed by like mashing jab, or someone randomly jumps right over it, or I go for it, it never connects, right? And if after blocking, I do like a block hit string, and now I feel like I've wasted my opportunity, and I don't know why I bothered, because it didn't get me anywhere. While everyone else seems to be insisting, Drive Rush is like super important in this game at high levels, and I'm like, I can't figure it out, you know? This game has so many new things. Drive Impact, Drive Reversal, Drive Rush, Dash Cancel, parry, perfect parry, just to name a few, right? And that's a lot to learn when you haven't been playing Street Fighter in a long time and you're trying to absorb. You know, keep in mind, so many people who played the demo were then analyzing this game for 6 months, and I didn't even really look at that stuff until the game came out. So I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying it's tough. A lot of people take this stuff for granted. Why doesn't someone just jump right into ranked and...
It is. This is 1.5 speed and he still won't shut the fuck up about Street Fighter. Why? He is playing Street Fighter today. A lot of this fucking conversation and discussion with Street Fighter could be fucking saved for the actual Street Fighter fucking stream.
Also, Phil, you forgot drive to the supermarket, drive to the hardware store, drive to the costume shop, drive to the dump.
God's sake, man. I was actually kind of thinking about it. Remember how I fucking mentioned earlier on, someone tried to fucking buy something with my fucking card, so I had to cancel it, and so I'm waiting for a new one. That's essentially the whole story, not a whole lot to it. Can you imagine Phil Burnell attempt a similar story? How long would Phil Burnell take to tell this story to his audience? If somebody actually had access to his card and tried to buy something with his card details, and so his bank lets him know, and he fucking... That story would fucking last probably, at least 20 to 25 fucking minutes. At least. I can date like fucking 20 seconds, but for Phil Bonnell, it's like, here we fucking go. Mentally ill detractors got access to my card details and they tried to fucking buy things for using my card. I don't know. I just... Fucking hell. That's what I'm saying though, he's not capable of just fucking getting to the goddamn point. He needs to fucking, over-elaborate and just fucking stretch out as much as fucking possible because he has fucking so much time to fill, because he has nothing actual fucking, to talk about. He has nothing to talk about, which is worthwhile to talk about.
Stay it with me. Nobody cares, Phil.
Yeah, I still don't have... I do have it saved, but I don't have it as part of a soundboard. I got,
oh, god damn it.
You say things to sound smarter, you got the asshole chant, you got that fucking thing where it's like, he's saying nothing for 20 minutes, sod off, and Phil calling his audience idiots.
My biggest fans are idiots.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for the super chat. It says I was using your card to tip Amaranth during our sleeping stream. You dirty bastard. How dare you. And after I fucking sent you a kilt picture and everything, you fucking pervy fuck. I do hope you're feeling better, Prophet.
Came out, so I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying it's tough. A lot of people take this stuff for granted. Oh, why doesn't someone just jump right into ranked and immediately start dominating? That's not how it works at all. You got to give credit where credit is due. When you see these people in Diamond and Master and they are landing their combos consistently, you're like, dude, they put in the time. They did. They've been practicing like crazy, and that's why they are where they are. This is not an easy game. This is one of the more challenging fighting games ever made to try to master. So it's rough. And 8 hours of Ryu, I feel like I have an understanding of the character better. But sadly, I don't feel like I did very well with him. If you look at overall wins and losses, I'm pretty sure I lost more than I won. And that sucks. But what can you do, right? Am I ever ongoing challenge to get better at Street Fighter 6? There's going to be ups and downs, and this is a character that is high execution required, and I don't have it yet.
I think Prophet said earlier on that Phil had like a 31% win rate with Ryu. He said it earlier on, but I kind of didn't know have a chance to kind of drop that little nugget of information at a time. But I think he's like 31% now. So yeah, he is not very good with Ryu, so this is why he's running back to his tried and tested strong characters. Yeah, 31.18% win rate for Ryu.
And because of that, I feel like I could have... It's funny, if you watch my sets from yesterday, I absolutely could have done better if I just had better execution. I arguably would have won more than like 30% more matches if I had good execution. There were matches I had absolutely won. All I need to do is execute this wall bounce combo. All I need to do is execute this punish combo. And I drop it. And I'm like, oh no, it's so...
Sounds like a fucking skill issue, you fucking scrub.
Oh, it's so crushing when you know you have a game won and you lose it because you have sloppy execution. And man, did it happen a ton with Ryu over this week.
You know what you do, Phil?
So,
you practice.
I like the character. I'm just not doing very well with him. That might change in the future. Outside of that, I actually only played Street Fighter 6 one other day, and that was during my marathon, and that was when I was buzzed drinking bourbon, and I played with Lily, Honda, and Blanca, but it was casual matches only because I didn't want to ruin any rankings being that I was buzzed. But I did pretty good. Like, overall, my win-loss records during that day were quite good, and I had a good time with it. Like I said, with certain characters, I'm actually feeling comfortable and safe in neutral. And what that means is you know enough about that character's gameplay that you feel safe in any situation. With Blanca right now, I know what to do if you jump, I know what to do if you dash, I know what to do to control mid-screen space.
Dashi, I want your opinion on this. Phil just said what that means is. Is that the same as what I mean by that is?
Oh, hell yes.
You're going to say yes? Mind you, I'm not sure if your opinion on this is very... You'll say yes to it anyway, I could say, I don't know, let's get chat starts.
It is close enough to the actual wording. I took an English literature course in college. That is close enough for me.
You took an English literature course. What did you learn? English?
Chaucer, actually. The Knight's Tale.
There we go. D-Dog's asking me why I ask him. Because he's my guest. It's nice to ask him. Doesn't mean I have to fucking listen to him, but it's nice to ask him.
Thanks, you ungrateful git.
It's nice to ask, but it doesn't mean I have to obey. But yeah, the chat kind of agree with you, so yeah, there we go. We're ticked off.
I know what to do if I can punish. I know what to do when you're in the corner. I feel safe. Same thing with Lily. Same thing, for the most part right now, I'm getting there with Zangief, you know? Like, once you get to that level of comfort, then you feel good about playing the game. You don't feel, oh, I'm nervous, or man, I don't know what to do. It's more like, all right, I'm in my game, let's get going, right? That's how I feel with certain characters. That's a good thing. So I had fun playing it on Sunday. What else did we do this week? Well, we absolutely had progress, both in Zelda as well as Diablo. Now in Zelda, we have essentially reached endgame content, meaning we beat the 4th dungeon, and then we headed to Hyrule Castle. We completed that mini dungeon and had an epic boss fight, and now we're heading into the end of the game. In fact, tonight when we play again, it's going to be doing the quest line to unlock the 6th and final dungeon and starting that dungeon, all right? So I've heard that this final dungeon is the longest in the game, but arguably the best one. That's awesome. I can't wait to try it out starting tonight. I hope you'll join.
Still don't understand why he's fucking played Diablo. Isn't the best content at the end of the fucking game after you fucking finish the game? We get all these fucking things to unlock. Also, we're having an auto request, so let's go live. The autos are not really doing much right now. These two are in the hole.
They're more entertaining than Phil. Please leave them on.
Jesus. That's about the rest of the stream. The bingo has been cancelled. We're watching otters.
The Otter Bingo card is 3x3. It has swim, play with ball, hold each other's hands, play in the ice,
Vanish
roll around.
Vanish off screen, come back on screen, swim together. Get fed.
Yep.
Fuck me, man.
See, Warren agrees.
Right, we're going back to the bingo. We're going back to the bingo. Needs must.
Join me tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, for the endgame dungeon of Zelda. And in Diablo, we made great strides and progress this week as well. Actually made really good progress through Act 4 and 5, and now we're most of the way through Act 6. So we're actually near the end of the story of the game. And people are saying, one more stream, that's it. Whenever I play Diablo next, I should beat the game. But the question is, what comes next? And there's two schools of thought. One school of thought is, you absolutely should do the post-game. There's a post-game dungeon called the Capstone Dungeon. That's one of the best in the game. You should do that. And then some people...
He's definitely not doing that. The way he's fucking talking about it right now, he's absolutely not wanting to do that.
We're like, no, you should do what's called season 1, pick a build and a character for season 1, which I don't even know what that means. So basically everyone's like, you should do post game, but then there's other people who are like, what are you, crazy? You're playing 3 RPGs, it's way too much. You gotta cut down on the RPGs. Stop playing these games you beat. You know, once you beat Zelda story, that's it. Once you beat Diablo story, end it, and now move on and do other variety of content. Whether that means bringing back Elden Ring's second run, doing new games like Amnesia the Bunker, actually just checking out World Tour.
Elden Ring is another goddamn RPG. Phil, you fucking moron.
Perfect. If it was up to me, I'd say yes.
I could do it, but hang on. It's going to take some finagling, put it that way. So, Dashi, I'm going to... Okay, hold on. I got an idea how to do this. I got a solution, okay?
Am I being kicked out for the American?
You're not being kicked out for anyone. But because it's turned into a multi-person thing, I'm going to have to try and drag you in somewhere else. So bear with me while I get it set up. Alright? So... Actually, I don't know if we're going to end it now. Actually, hold on. Let me try this. Hold on. You're still there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Fucking hurry for that. Hold on. So invite people. So how about I invite your ass to here? I got to be. If I had to do this for the group one, you know, for the group bingo way, I had the alt and Gamebox at the same time, so I had to drag them both in here. So hold on. So
also train. That was the point.
Yeah. So you should have. Did you just see that wee thing, Dashi, that I sent you?
Yeah, I'm in the bingo.
Cool. Well, in that case, join that voice channel instead. And I'll see you in there, and I'll get it. We'll get it set up. So there we go. And hold on. So give me a second here, guys. All right. Let me just end that for a second and end that for a second. Okay. And then go here and right, Dashi, Prophet, hop in. Come on. So Dashi's back. He should be back anyway.
Okay.
That's Dashi and Prophet. Ahoy.
Hello, gentlemen.
Right, and we should all get again. So, Prophet, what's up, pal?
Okay, so his Diablo 4, he absolutely has no clue on how to play the game. The Capstone Dungeon is not the hardest dungeon in the game. The Capstone Dungeons are done at level... The first time you beat Lilith, you get a Capstone Dungeon. That allows you to go to the next World Tier. So if you're playing on World Tier 2, which Phil isn't, because he's playing on easy mode, during World Tier 2, when you finish it, when you kill Lilith, that's the end of the game. That's the end of the story.
Right.
You get the option to do the Capstone Dungeon, which gives you access to World 3. Then at level 70, there's another Capstone Dungeon that allows you to go into World Tier 4. Now, there is going to be a World Tier 5. It's not out yet. It's probably going to be out with Season 1. which is close to the end of this month. So I don't know what he's talking about, this Act 5, Act 6 bullshit, because there's only 4 acts in the game.
Prophet, I'm sorry to interrupt, but didn't was it a Star Wars game years ago that did the same? You got the complete story if you completed it on hard or something.
Yeah, like that's basically all it is. So you have, like, with Diablo, your skills are World Tier 1, easy. World Tier 2 is like medium. World Tier 3 is your hard, and then World Tier 4 is nightmare. Right? Now, Phil's basically completed the entire story already. He can go back and do all the side quests for the renown and shit like that. But as it stands, he said he was going to be done with Diablo when he finished the story. But he's still going, not understanding that he's already finished the story.
Oh, hold on. So Phil's technically already finished the whole story of Diablo 4?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's still
he
playing
killed it. He's got his mount. Yeah. He can do the capstone dungeon. He's still playing it. He doesn't have a clue on how to play the game.
I wonder if somebody will tell him then today that you finished the game technically.
Well, they've already asked him about doing Season 1. And Season 1, he had no clue. He's like, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, true. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. So, yeah. Jesus.
So, like, it's going to be... Like, he doesn't have a clue. His spec is completely wrong, and his chat's already told him that, and he snapped at him. And then his gear's all fucked up. Everything about his Diablo 4 play is bad. And if you're playing Diablo 4 like I am, like I'm almost level 69. And
nice.
And like I'm still going. I'm just grinding nightmare dungeons. I'm doing the Hell Tides. I'm doing the world bosses. I'm doing the tree quests. And that's basically all you do when you get to end game. You just grind gear and grind nightmare dungeons with sigils. All the way up to level 100.
So,
like tier 100 for the nightmare dungeons. That's all you do.
So I mean,
and if you find that,
I was going to say, he just basically he's done essentially. As far as he's concerned, he's finished, but he's still going because he thinks there's more.
Yeah, he thinks there's more, and it's like, okay, you can go back to the side quests. Okay, you can go find all the altars of Lilith. Okay, but then all you're doing is you're grinding dungeons and doing Hell Tides and the world bosses.
So, did Diablo 3 follow the same format? Because Phil apparently loved that game.
Diablo, the concept of doing rifts, like in Diablo 3, you have rifts and you have your greater rifts. And that's your end game content. You just grind that shit every season. You get all your gear, you try to get the best gear, and you try to beat the tier of 150 on the greater rifts. In Diablo 4, it's all dungeon based, but it's the same thing. You just get your sigils up to level 100, and you try to grind those sigils at tier 100, at level 100. So, and that's all you're doing, and you're just grinding gear, and that is the end game content.
Jesus, man. So I wonder, as I'm saying, like, when will it sink in then? How long do you think it'll last then before if I can close on to think, wait a second, I'm done then? Until
somebody actually, like, just bitches at him enough to state, like, you know, you've already finished the story, he'll drop it immediately. Because there's no... If he was doing members gameplay, it would be fun to have 3 other people with you running the dungeons, trying to do, like, a tier 100 sigil, if Phil ever gets to level 100.
Phil trying to fucking train Jasper on how to fucking play the game.
Yeah, that would be your only reason to play it on stream. Bring in a bunch of buddies, 3 buddies, and just chat it out. Or do races against other groups. Like, go, okay, we're gonna do this we're gonna do this sigil dungeon, you guys do this sigil dungeon, we'll see who can get done first.
So yeah, Brian A thinks he's gonna finish after he gets the achievements for Act 6.
I don't know what this Act 6 is. There's only 4 acts in the game. Unless he's considering Capstone Dungeon 1 is an act for Act 5, and then the final Capstone Dungeon at 70 as Act 6. I don't understand this.
It confuses me too, but I don't play the game, so I don't really know. You know far more about it than me because you're playing the game as well, and you know about it. So, but yeah, Phil is.
Yeah, I've been playing it pretty hardcore, so.
Yeah. So,
I don't know what he's getting at.
Well, it's just as usual. Phil's running the mouth because he thinks he knows what he's talking about, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. So.
Yeah, like it completely confuses me when he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna do Act 6." It's like you've already beat Lilith, you're done.
Jesus,
now you're just grinding gear and trying to level to 100.
Yeah, I can see him probably just dropping the game like within the next stream then, essentially. I think it'll have one more stream, and then probably somebody will clue him up and say, by the way, Phil, you've technically finished.
Yeah, but he's bitching also about like his RPGs, and it's like, okay, you're gonna finish Zelda, you're gonna finish Final Fantasy 16, you're gonna finish Diablo,
he's gonna revisit
and
Elden
then
Ring.
you're gonna run to Elden Ring.
Motherfucker.
And it's just like, I thought you said you didn't want to do any RPGs. Like, go play a first-person shooter. Bring back Warzone so we can all have a laugh.
Oh, Jesus, man. Now, he didn't put the time into it like he does with Street Fighter, so he can't play that anymore. Everyone else is better than him at fucking Warzone, so he cannot return to that game. Plus, no more bounties.
Well, hiding in a washroom requires no fucking skill whatsoever, so...
Yeah, let everyone else kill each other, and I'll try and finish him off.
Yeah.
Fuck me, man.
Alright, but I gotta bounce, gentlemen.
No worries, man.
I just
Cheers.
wanted to leave those.
No, it's good. It's all good to have you on. I do hope you're feeling better.
Oh, I am. It's the first day without severe headache, so...
That's good, man. Good progress.
You're watching Phil every day as a severe headache, isn't it?
True.
Well, if you're on weed like I am all the time, then... I don't know, you can mellow out a bit
Fucking
until he goes
that
Wears
on
off eventually.
Alright, gentlemen.
Guys, we have Profit. Cheers,
I'll
man.
see you guys later.
It's always good to have Profit on to explain these kind of things as well, especially, not just the tech side of things, you know what I mean, but him playing the game as well, you know what I mean, he knows what the game, so it's always good to have him on. And sorry, Dashi, for the week technical hiccups. I couldn't, but I'd started a call with Dashi just in a normal, it wasn't a group Discord thing or anything, but because Profit wanted on, I thought, okay, I'll just move that call into a bigger call, and then... So
It's all good, it's all good.
And then Dashi's Discord fucking crashed when he tried to fucking go to another call. It is what it is. Anyway, it's always good to have Profit on to educate us all on things like Diablo and how Phil's talking nonsense.
War mode in Street Fighter 6, which could be a breath of fresh air because it's not the same as the other, gameplay of the game. Whatever it may be, just do something different. Stop playing RPGs. Some people are all RPG'd out because I played 3 of them at once. I hear ya, and I kind of agree with you. I feel like that was a bad choice. I never should have been playing 3 RPGs at once. It's too much. And I presented that at the beginning of, or end of May, early June. I said, what are we going to do? But sadly, everyone in the audience insisted, you can't skip any of them. You can't skip Zelda.
For a second, I thought Phil was going to actually take responsibility there and, acknowledge it was his fuck up. But no, it's the audience's fault. The audience demanded it, the audience requested it, and the audience forced a gun to Phil's head and made him play all these fucking games at one time.
Zelda, you can't skip Diablo, you can't skip Final Fantasy 16. I'm like,
I've
all
got a
right,
minor
here's what's gonna
technical
happen.
issue
You're
here.
gonna end up kind of sitting around waiting for gameplay because I'm going to be playing a lot of Street Fighter 6, and no one's going to be satisfied, and that's exactly what's happened. Everyone complaining, he didn't do enough content in Zelda. Well, I'm like 50 hours in. Oh, you should have played 100 hours. Oh. Or again, Diablo, oh, well, the reason that you're at the end of the game and it's so challenging is because you coasted through it. You told me to coast through it. People were like, yeah, just do the story. That's the best part of the game, or the most important part, especially once you get the mount or whatever. So I do it, and oh, well, you didn't do any side content. Like, again, when you juggle so many games, and when there's high-profile releases that people demand you play, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't, right? It's just, what are you going to do? You got content creators like Asmongold who watch me, and they're like, I can't understand how he's still doing the story, and he's playing on console. Well, I'm juggling 4 games. I'm playing competitive Street Fighter. Well, I play 3 other games. That's the answer, It's rough. So we got to come to a decision in the next week or so, because within a couple more streams of each of Zelda and Diablo, we're going to finish the stories. And once we finish those stories, right, we're going to be having opportunity to move on to other stuff. And the question is, what do you want, right? Let's start talking about that, because we need to figure that out sooner rather than later.
Why the fuck should your audience actually fucking dictate what you fucking play when you're probably going to fucking throw them under the bus if things don't go your way? You fucking just did it right there 20 seconds ago. You threw your whole entire audience under the fucking bus because they apparently fucking demanded you fucking play all these fucking RPGs at once. So why in the hell should they even bother to try and help you again pick something to fucking play when you're just going to fucking blame them if it all goes tits up?
Okay? Now, the other game I'm playing is Final Fantasy 16. And in regards of Final Fantasy 16, I'm playing it, and I'm enjoying it about 30% of the time. And that's no exaggeration. Every single stream I play of Final Fantasy 16, 2 hours are boring, and 1 hour is, like, really fun. That shouldn't be the case. It should be when you're playing a game, you're just enjoying it. But the way they've paced the game with a bunch of really boring dialogue, incredibly long, uninterruptible cutscenes, is that you have to sit there and watch the story unfold. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not, all right? And the way I see it is, I want to keep going. I bought this game. But right now, if you actually look at my streams, it's Final Fantasy 16, which, by the way, I'm playing it as a daytime stream, has the least interest of any streams I'm doing. I'm not... Right now, I have more people watching this podcast this morning, as I do it live, than when I broadcast Final Fantasy 16. the interest has completely died for this game because the way they've made it and paced it, it's fucking boring. They kind of killed their own game. And it's funny because people are like, oh no, there's tons of hype. There is among the Final Fantasy community. There's always going to be hype, but you got to look at the mainstream community. In the mainstream community, there's a lot of disagreement and a lot of criticism around this game. You can't just look at just the community that just kisses its butt. I mean, same thing with Zelda. There's people who absolutely think Zelda's Game of the Year shoo-in, and there's others who are like, what the hell are you talking about? It's Breath of the Wild with some added stuff, and how could you say that's Game of the Year? So, there's always different schools of thought. For me, like I said, I'm enjoying Final Fantasy 16, but it's frustrating that I do feel like I waste half a stream on bullshit instead of just fun stuff. I don't know how they didn't understand that you should just do the fun stuff and leave out the filler. It's really stupid. So, I will continue to play Final Fantasy 16. In fact, this coming week, I'll play more of it. This week, I only played it once. Today was supposed to be Final Fantasy 16, but number one, I played a ton of Ryu, and when I played with Ryu this week in Street Fighter 6, I don't feel like I got progress. I feel like I got knowledge, but I didn't get progress, so I was craving to play more Street Fighter 6 today. And number two, quite frankly, there's really no major demand for Final Fantasy 16 right now from my audience. You know what I'm saying? So, it's funny because Tub says, you can make the same argument about Street Fighter, it's obviously your game of the year. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. Why do you think that Street Fighter 6 is my game of the year? I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form. I don't even think I'm at a point where I can make that determination. We've got tons of games coming out this year. I can't make a decision on that yet. That's ridiculous. I like it right now. I'm trying to get better at it. It's fun to be competitive in a game for the first time in ages. That doesn't mean it's my game of the year. That's ridiculous. And there's a lot of valid criticisms about Street Fighter 6 as well. You see? Stop assuming things. Because you like to assume. There's a lot of people like to put words in my mouth and assume.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. I love how someone has a fucking opinion and Phil can't just fucking leave it at that. Phil actually responded quite well there, right until the very end there. It's a very fucking fair clapback because he's enjoying the fucking game, you know what I mean? He's playing the game, he's enjoying being competitive, fair enough. But Phil can't just fucking stop there and be done with it, He has to fucking go in on the guy and fucking insult him.
Street Fighter 6 as well. You see? Stop assuming things. Because you like to assume. There's a lot of people like to put words in my mouth and assume and say these dumb things like the Tractors would say, and they're all fucking bullshit. Just listen to what I actually say rather than putting words in my mouth. Alright? Seriously, it gets frustrating when people want to say oh, that's just what Phil thinks and said. I never fucking said that. Nor do I think it. So it's time to cut with the bullshit. Alright? Stop with that nonsense. Okay.
You mean like people taking you out of context, Phil?
What the entire fucking context is you fucking love the game, you can't stop playing it, it brings you fucking happiness to fucking cheese with the fucking same character to fucking get as much wins as fucking possible, so you fucking feel like you're a fucking good player. That's essentially it. To everyone else watching your fucking shitey fucking streams or Street Fighter, it is the game you're enjoying fucking most of all. It's probably the fucking game you've been most hyped for all year round. So naturally, it would be assumed it's probably a game of the year so far. I think it's a very reasonable thing to assume that this is probably Phil's game of the year so far. But Phil just can't take that as he's like, it's too early to determine that. I can't say that yet. And he could have just left it at that, but no, he has to fucking insult the guy. He has to fucking be a little bitch to him.
Okay, now, so Final Fantasy 16, I'm going to keep playing it, alright? And in fact, next week there'll be 2 streams of it. I know this week there was only 1. That was mostly because we did the marathon, the special summer marathon on Sunday. So because of that, it did cut down on the amount of gameplay that I did, but there will be 2 streams of Final Fantasy 16 next week. We'll talk about that in a minute. So what else did I do this week? The marathon. And the marathon was really fun, and man, if you missed it, I recommend you at least check out a few key videos. The first key video, that you absolutely should be checking out is the schedule update. This is a video that's the featured video here on DSP Gaming. It lasts about 90 minutes. I went through the game release schedule for the rest of the year. And anything that had concrete dates, I kind of read off and went through. And I picked the ones that I'm the most interested in. You guys told me about ones that you were interested in. And we basically hammered in the solid games I'm absolutely playing and the games that are maybes. All right? So now we kind of have an idea of the landscape. Honestly, there's not a heck of a lot going on in July and August. There's a few maybe games like in between there if I want to. But for the most part, this one's going to be about finishing up what I'm playing and maybe doing some odds and ends that I didn't get to finish or I skipped. And then August is going to be kind of an anniversary month, celebrating my 15-year anniversary as a content creator and or doing a few other retro playthroughs and things like that. Once we hit September, it's non-stop new releases. September, October, November, and even into December, we're crazy busy. So we're going to have a fun rest of the year, but I recommend you watch that because it's very informative and it was also pretty fun. I was taking some shots. I was interacting with the audience. It was a good video. I think as of now, it has like 1,500 views or something like that and climbing. It's doing pretty good. So give it a look if you didn't see it yet. Outside of that, the other video that I think that you guys should watch and enjoy, I did a tier maker ranking of American fare cuisine over on DSP React, all right? Probably one of the best, if not the best tier maker I've ever done. It was 50 different kinds of American food that we checked out and ranked. And I had a lot of fun doing it. People were actually arguing in the chat and kind of convincing me to go one way or another with each kind of food. The tier maker stuff does well. You guys seem to like it. I hope you'll give it a look because I realized in the last month or two, the attention on DSP Reacts has waned. I haven't done a lot over there. This month's the opposite. This month we got the tier maker, 2 food videos. Yesterday, the food video of what my wife made for dinner during that marathon event, which was turkey chili cheese dogs and a homemade mac and cheese went live. This morning, well actually, in 30 minutes. The other video, which is me trying out her dessert, which she made a homemade peach cobbler, and I basically just kind of talked with the audience when I ate it to end the marathon. That goes live today, all right? Later on this month, we have a long-form React event going on regarding Machinima. That's going to be a bunch of extra content, and I'm planning on reviewing some movies this month, too. So the content over on DSP Reacts will actually kick up a notch for the summertime. And I hope you'll go give it a look, because I know that the videos over there just aren't getting a lot of attention because there hasn't been much going on, but now there is, all right? Please give it a look, especially that tier maker. I think you'll really enjoy it, all right? So the marathon went well. Everyone loved it. One of the things that came out of the marathon, you guys outright told me you liked the fact that I was wearing different kinds of clothes. Rather than just wearing a t-shirt every day, you liked the nice, kind of, summery button-down shirt. So I told you guys, hey, if you like that, I would likely, whenever I start going out again with my wife, which actually is probably going to be next week's day off, I'll go to some of these discount clothing stores. I'll see what they got. See if I can maybe grab a shirt or two and put it into the rotation. Hey, that shirt I wore during the event, I could put that into the rotation just for variety's sake, so it's not the same gaming shirts every single day. It's a little bit of variety. People were like, yeah, we like that your hair was washed and looked nice, and, you were putting on sunglasses, which you never...
Imagine fucking your audience having to fucking tell you, hey, Phil, thanks for making an effort for us today. Imagine Phil like going, wow, my audience likes it when I fucking make an effort to look presentable. My audience...
You know what he's gonna... Sorry, but you know what he's gonna fucking do now? He's gonna have a Twitter poll overnight or somewhere, something. What shirt should I wear tomorrow?
Which fucking... No, not tomorrow, but yeah, like Friday. But yeah,
No, I meant just as a general.
Oh yeah, general, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
What shirt should I wear tomorrow? This one, this one, this one.
I mean, Phil, surprise your audience, for fuck's sake. Just surprise them. It's just... I don't know, it's just incredible to me that it took him 15 years for him to recognise that him making an effort for his audience could be a worthwhile, beneficial thing. It took
Also,
him...
great pause game.
It took him 15 goddamn years. Is this pause worthy? Is this thumbnail worthy? Let's see if we can get a clearer frame. I don't know if we will though. I don't know. That was actually not bad. It's like chipmunk teeth and you still see the eyes but the glasses are going. Might try and get this as a fucking thumbnail. Hold on, let's see. His fucking hair is so fucking ridiculous, man.
I also... sorry.
No, on you go.
I sent you something over Discord, and it basically describes somebody who is enjoying Street Fighter 6 in a competitive setting.
There we go. Potential future thumbnail is done. Isn't it wonderful?
You don't need to play the entire video, just throw the link up, and I'll just say she had 4 days practice with a pro before you watch the video.
Where did you send it?
Discord.
Yeah, but is it the chat? Is it our Discord or the...
In a DM, mate.
Oh, okay. So, wait, is this the CR Cup tournament thing?
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Hi.
What the fuck is this? Right. Okay. It's a 27-minute video. Are we?
Yeah, like I said, you don't have to show all of it, but this shows a person who has had 4 days practice and just showing you how to really enjoy a tournament-style game.
Right. So I'll just get to the first minute so we can see the first match. Right. Bronze v gold.
大丈夫だよ。大丈夫だよ。
This is more like Pro v Complete Noob.
あー、やばい。対策されてる。
That was a one-way
めっちゃ対策して
annihilation.
る。ガードガードガード。
Well, actually getting some damage in this time. Oh, they were. They actually might win a round here. Spam some more. Yeah, they won a round.
This is 4 days practice against some mid-level Japanese pros. So Phil automatically hates this.
Ah, ここガードだった。いや、持ってかれるけど。この後。
Yeah, this is bad news. This is bad news for them. Yeah, that'll be it. I should really bet now. How are they alive? There we go.
ちょっと待って。
Yeah, you don't need to show the entire thing, but let's just say it gets better.
Oh Jesus! So I mean, so they're having like all these fights, and what? So what is this? It's
This is basically a Hololive tournament. You know the oh god, the is it Takashi Kiara or is it Amelia Watson videos? You know where they compare him to DSP?
yeah.
Same company group, but Kurone is from the Japanese version of it. And so she had 4 days practice with pros, and this is the tournament that she entered.
Okay then. I mean,
And I'll immediately declare she is better than Phil.
Right, okay. We'll go back to the bingo. We're gonna fall way too far behind.
Yeah, I know.
But it's good to see you, though. It's good to see you.
Ever do during your streams, right? Like you were doing things a little differently, and we liked that rather than just being the same every day. And I was like, so let me get this straight. You guys don't want me to do the same thing that I've done every day for 15 years. And they're like, no, variety. Oh, okay, now I get it. So there you go. So yeah, thanks for the feedback. I appreciate it. And we'll see moving forward what happens. But likely in the next few weeks, we'll see what I can grab some stuff. So some positive stuff definitely came out of the event. I had a great time with it. All right. That was the week. It was a very eventful week. Like lots of content. Right. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks to anyone who supported it. And now let's talk about the week that will be. So today in Street Fighter 6. Focusing on ranked only. Will it be Blanca? Will it be Zangief? Will it be both? I'll kind of leave that in your hands or for us to determine. I watched videos both on Blanca and Zangief. I absorbed some tech, and I think that I can use some of that tech in my game today based on what I saw. So I hope that you guys will enjoy and stick around today for Street Fighter 6 gameplay. We might even end the podcast early again like I did yesterday to get some extra gameplay in. We'll see, okay? Hey, if I use Blanca today, hopefully we can get him up. Like right now he's at level 1-star diamond. Maybe we can get him a 2-star diamond. I don't know. It's going to be hard. Like people were saying, diamond is the sweats. What that means is everyone in diamond is so hungry to rank up and get shown off on the internet. Look, I'm diamond level. Look at my combo. Look at my execution. And they're all playing their mains and they're all going crazy with it. So it's going to be rough. It's going to be very challenging. I might get steamrolled a few times, but maybe I can get the gameplay going. Maybe I get the momentum going. I can get some good wins and maybe I can rank up my Blanca. We'll see. Okay? We'll find out. All right. Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We're amidst the plot line now to unlock the 6th and final dungeon. And then once we do, then we can go to it and start that plot line, and that's essentially the last major gameplay until the final boss. So it'll be good to get that going tonight and see how far we get. I don't think we'll beat it, but maybe we'll get a good chunk in, okay? I'm off from streaming tomorrow. Ample opportunity for those of you who maybe didn't catch up on everything, maybe the marathon stuff. It's all live here. The Street Fighter gameplay, the schedule update, and the podcast are here. The tier maker, as well as the 2 food vlogs, are over on DSP Reacts. Take the opportunity to get caught up. Enjoy, all right? And I'll be back on Friday for Street Fighter Fridays. Now, what I've been doing every Friday...
Has he forgotten how to say on demand? It feels like he's forgotten the phrase on demand, which might hurt us for bingo. There's a perfect chance to fucking say it there, and he just seemed to have fucking forgotten how to say it.
Like the bingo, please, folks.
Oh yeah, 100 likes means a free space. And an animation.
Today is on the first stream, I've been playing a new character. The question is that what you'd like to continue to see me do? Should I pick another character on Friday who I haven't used yet? So who's left? 10.
Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much from FBF for a tip, who says, with his sunglasses on, Phil becomes Pigrush, PR Denton, and Begus X, human devolution. You mean, this? Right here? This
Also
image right here?
Also the timing for making Phil work for you with that 5-second pullback.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's just... the more I see the thumbnail, the more it grows on me. You know what I mean? I can't lie. The more it's kind of growing on me. This bizarre thumbnail. Phil trying to look cool, but he just doesn't look cool whatsoever. It's just fucking... It's cringe as fuck.
The question is that what you'd like to continue to see me do? Should I pick another character on Friday who I haven't used yet? So who's left? Ken, Jury, Jamie, Kimberly, Cammy, Guile, and Luke. Those are the 7 characters left who I haven't used, right? So, do you want to see me try one of those characters this coming Friday? Would you enjoy that? You would like to see me give it an effort? I'm down for that, if that's what you want. We could do that as the first stream on Friday, try a new character out in Street Fighter 6. Then, Friday Night Fights, the late stream, we can either continue on with that character, or if I feel like maybe I've gotten enough of a taste of that character and I want to go play with a different character that I've already used, we can do that on Friday night. Saturday is the React show, DSP versus the Internet. We'll do that over on DSP Reacts, watching clips submitted by the members over there. And then Saturday night will be endgame of Diablo 4, and arguably the end of the game. People are saying one more stream, I should be able to beat the story of the game. And then we'll see what we want to do. Do I want to do post-game content, or do we say, okay, that's enough for Diablo for now. Maybe I'll return to it in the future, but for now, kind of retire it to move on to other stuff. So we'll see what happens Saturday night. Sunday, it'll be Final Fantasy 16 during the daytime stream and Zelda during the night stream. Monday will be Street Fighter 6, maybe paired with Diablo if we're not done. If we are done, maybe it'll actually be an opportunity to do something different on Monday night. Maybe go back to the World Tour mode in Street Fighter 6. We'll see. Tuesday, more Final Fantasy 16 and more Zelda, maybe then potentially the end of Zelda. And then same thing on Wednesday, you know, we'll see. Maybe we'll do more Street Fighter and something else on the late stream. So essentially, once we've beaten one of these games at night, we have opportunity to do new stuff, variety of stuff, which I'm happy for. I know you guys want the variety. You've been asking for it. I'm listening. We got to finish these games up, and then we can get to that, okay? So that's the rough schedule for the week. By the way, I take that back because Sunday night, I am not streaming. Sunday night, I have to film private React videos for patrons. I have to film 3 of them this month, so I need the time to do it. So there will be no late stream on Sunday. Sunday will just be Final Fantasy 16 and no late stream, okay? So that means, I guess, Monday night would be Zelda. Tuesday night would either be Diablo or something else, and then Wednesday night would potentially be the end of Zelda, okay? So there you go. And then after that, you know, for the rest of the month, do I want to play a new game? Do I want to look into maybe playing Pikmin 4? Do I want to go back to Elden Ring? We'll talk all about that once we get through this coming week and we determine what's coming next, okay? I think that'll be a good thing to do. Good stuff. That's the schedule, guys. I really only have one interesting news story today to cover. Let's quickly just cover the fact that I am a crowdfunded individual. All right, I make my living on the internet via funding from live streams and or people who watch the videos and, you know, advertisement revenue and stuff like that. If you like my content and you're enjoying today's stream and you're interested in Street Fighter and or supporting my efforts to continue to cover all the games that I'm covering, please continue to support in all the ways you've already been doing. Whether it's as simple as liking a stream or liking a video, you know, talking with me, interacting on a stream, or leaving a comment on a video. All that is great for engagement. That engagement basically has a rating on YouTube, and the more engagement you get, the higher ranked your channel is, and you'll actually show up in related videos. I've actually had some videos show up in search for people, which is rare. I almost never show up in YouTube search. It's great to have that. The more engagement, the better. Please keep that up. I know that it's actually waned in the last couple of months, and I haven't mentioned it that much, but it's a super important statistic. Please consider interacting with the videos and the streams. Outside of that, there's so many ways that you can go above and beyond to support this content, whether it be a super chat or a super sticker during a live stream, or maybe a super thanks on a video. I actually got one this morning, if you can believe it, thanks to the person who left it. A membership. If you enjoy this content, you get so many benefits for being a member, all right? I haven't outlined them in so long. Let's do that. If you become a channel member, here's what you get. Number 1, highlighted name in the stream chat and in the video comment. Number 2, a chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter. Number 3, you ignore the slow mode rules of the chat. You can talk as much as you would like. Number 4, you get access to all of my emotes. At one point, this channel had over 1,300 members, so there is ridiculous, like 2 to 3 dozen emotes that are unlocked on this channel that you can use as a result of being a member. So that's a great thing you get too. In addition to that, every once in a while, we have special events. For example, coming up, there's going to be a 15th anniversary event in August. And what I'm going to do is give members the opportunity to nominate their favorite moments and probably their favorite games that I've played over the years. And based on feedback, we're going to do a retrospective event. We're going to go back and watch moments that have been nominated by people in a kind of a marathon setting. In addition, I'm going to do a couple retro playthroughs, and I'm going to be taking member feedback into account of what older games that I played in the past, or maybe I never did a full playthrough of, that I should play in a modern setting. So members are going to have all of that coming up soon, all right? So I hope that you guys will consider becoming a member today. Another great thing is if you like this content on the channel and you support it and you want to help your fellow viewers, you can gift memberships to the channel. It's a great way to help out people who also like the same content that you do. And today, when I'm playing Street Fighter, typically we tend to have higher attendance than other streams. So today would be a great day if you wanted to help out the channel to gift some memberships to your fellow viewers. In addition, we sadly lost a ton of members recently. We had a bunch of gifted ones over the last couple of months. They've all expired now. And being that basically I'm playing Street Fighter 6 and a bunch of RPGs, kind of, you know, that new member hype has died down a bit. It would be great if anyone likes the content, if you could support the channel in any way, gifted memberships would be a great way to do it. All right? And last but certainly not least, you can tip me. Tips are great because I get funds from tips right away. They can go towards paying bills. They can go towards buying games. They can go towards just the cost of operation for day-to-day things, you know. Because tips are so great, I have tiered rewards for them. You know, raise $50, I'll put on a pair of Gunner glasses. Raise $100, you get to choose a silly hat for me to wear. $150, I'll toss on a silly vest to wear, okay? So thanks in advance for any contributions on the stream. This is how I make my living. I appreciate everyone who supports my content moving forward. Thanks so much for that. Okay.
I don't know about you, but I need some otters. I need some otters right now.
Do you mind if I just... Sorry.
On you go. On you go. Fuck me.
Do you mind if I just suggest better people to watch than fail?
But bingo though, you know, the whole point of bingo is to win bingo, watching fail.
No, I don't mean right now. I mean just in general, watching your own leisure instead of fail.
mean, as I said, this is pretty much the only time I watch Phil do for podcast stuff. That, and if someone clips a good thing during the gameplay crap, you know. But nah, it's hard to endure.
Okay, well, another random question then. Do you think if raw Phil goes down, do you think there'll be baked Phil next? And you just see him, like a photoshopped image of him just smoking a joint?
Deep fried Phil and half cooked Phil. I don't know, it could be. It could be a variety of things. I mean, hopefully raw Phil will be here to stay though.
D-Dog, there is actually a video of somebody getting 10,000 viewers to watch paint dry.
Actually, paint drying is weird though. Like, you know how you fucking paint something and it looks different, and then it dries and it changes? It's weird as fuck. Why does wet paint and dry paint don't look the same? If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Have you ever painted something yourself and it looks so much different after you fucking start painting it, and then it fucking shit dries and it's like, hang on, it's not as vibrant, it's not as bright.
I suppose it's to do with like the refractive index, because it's like something, you know, it's like wet makes it shiny for some reason.
Oh my, I just seen some otter bullying happen there. Did you see that one otter swimming to the other one?
He wasn't bullying him, he was just poking him.
Yes, he's fucking barging him about. He's using him as a fucking football. He just keeps going back for him. He's like, I'm just gonna fucking knock you around. Fucking take that.
And I have just put the paint drying video in the chat.
Oh, fuck me, man. I don't think I'll check that. Okay, on to the bingo. Back to the bingo.
What do I mean when I say play in a modern setting? I mean, on a live stream, with face cam, interactive with an audience. My old content from back in the day when I started as a content creator was offline, no streaming, no face cam, no direct capture, no interaction with an audience. You couldn't have gotten any further away from what I do today. It's a completely different style of content. You know, those older playthroughs that I did back in the day, in my early days as a YouTuber, were so different than what I do today, that to replay those games in a modern setting, and my modern method, would be a completely different experience. And some people have been interested in seeing that, you see? So there you go. All right, one news story today, and it's in regards to Game Pass. All right, it actually, we're going to talk a little bit about the Game Pass games coming up in the month of July. So as of today, Grand Theft Auto 5, listen to this, all versions have been added to Game Pass. You might say, what does that mean? All versions of GTA 5, including the more optimized recent ones for Xbox Series S and X. So GTA 5 right now for Game Pass subscribers is free. That's cool. You know, you guys have asked me over the last couple of years, would I replay GTA 5? And I keep telling you, yeah, I would, absolutely. I've only done the playthrough once ever. I would be happy to go back and replay the game a second time. The most modern version of the game, whatever that would be. Now we know it would be this modernized version that had the graphical updates and stuff. But I said that I would basically hold off till it made sense. And, you know, I would maybe until we have more data on GTA 6. Now, here's the thing. Guess what? It's my 15th anniversary. Perhaps, right? This is something that you would be interested in. Would you like to see me replay GTA 5 for the first time ever, 10 years later, after the first playthrough? Because now it's on Game Pass, and it's the more modernized version, right?
No.
What do you think?
Nobody cares.
What do you think? Some people will likely say yes, and some people will likely say no. So let's see what people would like. You know, I will. That's an option. That's an option for the anniversary stuff coming up. Like I said, what I'd like to do is take your feedback on some of the games that I've already played from over the years that you'd now like to see me do a more modernized playthrough of. I would definitely say GTA 5 would be one that was in the running because you guys have asked for it over the years, and now that it's on Game Pass, that makes it way more viable because it's available at any moment. I can just get it and play it, right? So let me know. Let me know what you think. Right now, people are torn. Some people say yes, some people say no, right? They're already torn in the chat, kind of 50-50. So it's an option. I'm throwing that out there. Other games this month, well, as of now, one's called Sword and Fairy Together Forever. On July 6th, McPixel 3. Okay. July 11th, Common Hood and Insurgency Sandstorm. On July 14th, Exoprimal. That's the other big one that everyone's talking about. This is the brand new game from Capcom that is a co-op online shooter where you're basically taking on hordes of kind of mutated time-traveling dinosaurs. Yes, I know that sounds weird because it is. But the game looks pretty solid if you're into these kind of team-based shooters. It looks like it may be a summertime fun-style game for those who have Game Pass. On the 18th, Tectonica and the Cave. And then, I guess there are some games leaving Game Pass this month. But out of all those, you know, the two that make sense to me would be GTA 5 or Exoprimal. I really don't know if you guys would want to see me do Exoprimal. Maybe just for the hell of it, do one stream of it to see what it is later in the month. But I don't think that's anything we're going crazy for or absolutely need to dedicate a lot of time to. I'm certainly not a team-based shooter kind of guy. You know what I mean? So that's just not my forte for the kind of content that I put out. Okay. Let's get the shout-out, shall we? Let's start here with Awesome Friendly Kid, who did a super chat at the beginning of the podcast and said the following. I left a comment on your daily rap video. I hope it helps. And he did. And what he did is he left a comment regarding Drive, Impact, and Street Fighter 6, because what I talked about last night in my daily, hold on, Awesome Friendly Kid, right? What I talked about last night in the daily rap is how I just don't know how to implement Drive Rush right now, in Street Fighter 6. Like, all the pros use it, everyone's telling me to use it, and every time I try to use it, I fail. I don't really know how it's used. So what he's saying is essentially what you gotta do for every character, you gotta learn about openings. Drive Impact's key, but only, not Drive Impact, excuse me. Drive Rush is key, but only if you know how to use it. So for example, one of the things people do is they'll throw a fireball and then do Drive Rush after it. Because after the fireball, they're not expecting you're going to be right in their face. So maybe they block the fireball, they go to move, oops, Drive Rush right in their face, and now they get stuck with a combo, right? That's a good suggestion, all right? But that's the thing, like, I think when I'm watching these high-level videos of people playing the game, right? The thing is, they're playing at a high level. It's not basic stuff. When I'm playing a lot of people online, it's basic stuff. So they're not going for something, and then, a lot of people are just standing there doing nothing. It's like, well, now when do I Drive Rush? Well, you don't do it then. You do it when they're in the middle of their own game trying to do something and you stuff what they're doing. But that's not clicking for me. It's a brand new thing. It was never in a Street Fighter before. It's not clicking how to use Drive Rush yet because I don't think I'm even in the right situations to use it, or I'm not creating them. That's the other thing. You need to create the situation where it's viable and useful, and I don't know how to do that yet. That's something that's going to come with experience. I played Ryu for 8 hours yesterday. I essentially learned basics, and I tried to get some execution down. Maybe next time I play Ryu, I should focus on what's a Drive Rush setup. What do I do to get this to implement into my game plan better, right? Something to think about and focus on. So thank you, Awesome Friendly Kid, for the super chat and the message. It was useful. Shout out to Pausen, who became a member for 17 months. I appreciate that, Pausen. Thank you for the ongoing support of the channel. Well, I was just about to do shout out for tips, but then a super chat came in from Brad, who says, Final Fantasy 16 and Street Fighter 6 being big makes me wish Square made a real fighter instead of wasting time in Dissidia. The roster was sick when they added Locke Cole at the end. Oh, yeah. See, I never played Dissidia. I played the demo. I thought it was all right. I bought the game, and everyone told me don't play it, so I never booted it. I seriously bought the game years ago and never bothered with it. I've heard it's decent, but that it's more of like it's not a serious fighting game. It's more cinematic and more party game style than a real fighting game. Did you know that Square Enix did have a real fighting game in the 1990s? Did you know what it was called? Guys. It was an arena-style fighter. What that means is it was a 3D plane, and you could play as various characters, and Cloud from Final Fantasy VII was in it, and you would run around this arena, and each button would be like, you lead to a combo, and then you had like a special move button and stuff like that. It was unique, and it was an experiment, and it didn't do well. It was in arcades. It was not a favorite of people in arcades. They preferred the 2D style fighting game at the time, and even the 3D style was still semi-2D. You know what I mean? Like Tekken technically is 2D, even though you can move in the 3D plane, it's still kind of a 2D fighter. People just did not like this 3D arena style. Take a look at games like Power Stone. It was similar to that. So it was a unique thing that kind of stood out and didn't do very well. And after that, basically these companies didn't really bother making fighting games anymore. They just focused in on the things they were good at, like RPG. So they did try and failed. And I guess what you're saying is Dissidia was kind of their next attempt. And again, it didn't really catch on as any kind of a mainstream fighting game. So, all right.
I'm just letting them cook.
Cool. All right. Now we get to the tip side of things. Now the weird thing about this is I don't know if these are in the right order or not. Let me take a look. Let me take a look here. Okay, it is in correct order. So first of all, I received a $6 tip from Game Checker, and he says he wants to talk about my Ryu gameplay. So let's do that first.
Here we fucking go.
That was dead there.
Here we go. Game Checker to the rescue.
All right.
Probably this is dead air.
Thank you, Game Tracker, for the first tip of the day. He said,
Him typing, yeah, I guess, yeah, dead air. It's a good point, that's definitely dead air. Mepper is saying what happened to opponents not playing at a high level, and he's trying to play at a tournament level, not with online scrub cheats. Phil didn't realise it, but he has an online scrub. He's got a strange mindset that he could be fucking great at this fucking game. But that's not really true. It's just, it's not... I don't know. I don't know. What does he hope to achieve? I'm trying to understand. He's enjoying the game. Fair enough. Well done, Phil. You're enjoying the game. That's great. Fucking kudos for enjoying the fucking game. But that's just fucking weird, like... Is he enjoying it because he's doing well sometimes? Or is he enjoying it because it's a fucking good fighting game? There's a difference there, He seems to only fucking be enjoying it when he's doing well.
What does he want to achieve? Fame, success, a better breed of Clydesdale?
Jesus fucking Christ. No need for that. No need for that whatsoever.
Oh, come on.
so before I do my... man, there goes my voice. Excuse me, it's my... my allergies acting up. Before I do my usual tip today, I want to finally give you my thoughts on Ryu. Right away, I'm going to be frank, I don't think he's your type of character in this game. Ryu in Street Fighter 6 seems to really reward patience, situational awareness, precision, and knowledge. At high level, you have to fully understand his mechanics and when to apply them. You have to always be mindful of when you have a charge or not. His new Hashigeki move is a pressure tool, that's the one with the palm strike, that can also be used to fuel his highest damage combos. And you want those combos because they're huge for cashing in on a single moment of vulnerability from your opponent. He's not a rushdown character. This is a character that's supposed to play solid and look for openings, and it's funny because he's still newbie friendly with his strategies at low level, but in my opinion, he's actually one of the most demanding fighters in Street Fighter 6 at high level. Playing him effectively requires practice, and knowledge. And you know what else he requires? Lots of execution. Yeah, because you're right. Depending on the situation, where you are on the screen, you know, okay, this will hit here, this will hit here. Oh, when I'm not wall bouncing, got to do the EX Hurricane into a dash cancel into a juggle. When I am wall bouncing, then I just do the punch into the strikes, and then I can do a Shoryuken, and I can cancel out of that. When you're mid screen, you got to try to hit that drive impact, do the 2-hit punch, and dash cancel out of that. Hopefully go for a wall bounce if you have the meter. If you don't have the meter, just do a finish with the kick. You see, it's all knowledge and execution. And the thing is, I feel like I absorbed a lot of basic knowledge with the character, but my execution was very poor. If my execution were better, like I said, I guarantee you I would have won like 30% more matches yesterday if I didn't drop my combos constantly, which I absolutely was doing. It's so embarrassing and frustrating. When you are winning a match, this is it, I won. Oops, dropped it, and now I'm screwed, right? But I agree with you there where, yes, his new move, which is that palm strike, is critical. I've seen some, not all, but some of the top players using the palm strike, because that's the thing about Ryu, it seems like he can be played in different ways. And I do think that the palm strike is useful for setting up, and if it strikes, it can create a juggle state, or it's kind of a safe on-block style move from certain distances, which then leads you onto your next strategy. Like I think what some people do is palm strike, then they do drive rush, because it's a bait. They're like, oh, I can hit them after the palm strike. No, drive rush, right into your face, and now you get a combo, you see? But you're absolutely right. I wasn't implementing it. I think I used it like twice all day, and the 2 times I used it, it worked. So why didn't I keep using it? This game, Street Fighter 6, is one of the most complex fighting games I've ever played. I mean, the other one that I played that was that complex was like Guilty Gear. You know, like there's so much knowledge about each character that you need to absorb and know. Every character has so many options, so many different strategies and things that they can do. And you have to have it in your mind at all times and then remember to implement it at certain times. And it's very, 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 man, I don't even know what to say. Is it exhausting? It is to some extent. When there's that much going on in a game, it can get very exhausting when you're trying to keep all that knowledge in your head. And like I said, once you play a character enough and you get into a groove, then you feel comfortable. And when you feel comfortable, now it's not exhausting anymore. I would say right now, probably with Zangief and Blanca, and even maybe Lily to some extent, I'm not feeling exhausted. I'm feeling more comfortable playing those characters. But then there's other characters that I'm getting flustered. And Ryu trying to learn that character this week, that flustered me. Because there's a lot of knowledge to absorb and I don't know it yet. And you know, do I do this? Do I do this? And you're right. Hashigeki, I should have been using half the time and I used it like twice. Why did I forget it? Because there's so much going on. Ah! Anyway, thank you for the tip and thank you for the feedback. Okay. Continuing on. I received a $29.99 tip, and this again is from Game Tracker.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Of course, he wants a Street Fighter animation. By the way, I mentioned this a few times a week. I'll bring it up again. I now have special animations for all 4 games I'm playing. $10 tip is Zelda, $20 tip is Street Fighter, $30 tip is Final Fantasy 16, which you guys didn't even see yet, and $50 tip is Diablo. So we have all those different animations for various summertime games. If you tip any level, you're going to see one, okay? Okay. So, thank you Game Tracker now for a $29.99 tip. That'll get us up to $36 in tips. Okay. Okay, he said the following. One more round of Street Fighter 6 to round up your streaming week. I'm voting for Lily again, though by the time you read this, decision may have already been made. Anyway, as I said in one of my tips yesterday, I'll be letting you know your latest session casual match wins, losses via tips since the doc only lists totals. Here's my first time doing that. Yesterday, I had 36 wins and 29 losses with reviewing casual matches. Today, I have a tip. I saw on your gameplay yesterday, you're still mixing up whether you're getting a wall crush or a crumple off of drive impact. You're right. At least it seemed that way once I saw you get a crumple and still go for the Hashigeki juggle. Anyway, the way to tell the difference with 100% consistency is that it's always a crumple if you get the full animation with a slowdown and special camera angle. So they fully crumple if you get the full slowdown. Okay. It's only if they hit the wall without the slowdown or the camera zoom that it's a wall crush. So if you get the full crumple, you're not going to get the wall bounce. You're going to go for a mid-range combo situation. In which case, if I'm doing that, what I should probably do is punch into low medium punch into EX Hurricane, and then lead that into a juggle in the corner, like maybe air medium punch into another Hurricane, or air medium punch into level 1 super. I mean, I think probably air medium punch into level 3, or just do level 3. Yeah, okay. But then if you're not getting the slowdown, that's when you do the wall bounce juggle. Okay. Cool. Gotcha. That is critical to know. I agree with you. Right. So in casual play yesterday with Ryu, it was tough, but at the end of my casual play session, I actually had one more than I lost. And then when I went online, I basically went 5-11. When I went 5-11 ranked, I mean, not online, but 5-11 ranked matches. Yeah, because again, people were just dominating me. They were doing mix-ups, they were doing traps, they were getting me stuck in the corner. I was dropping combos, and it was frustrating again. You know, I'm at too high of a rank with Ryu in ranked. I shouldn't be at 5-star platinum / diamond 1. I should be like platinum 1 or 2. You know, crawling my way up. Pretty frustrating. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Game Tracker, for the tips. So outside of that, what I would like to do before we get to like Q&A is a cumulative update, because I've been doing this every day.
Q&A. We've got one more thing to tick off. I don't know what else to tick anything off the card. But Q&A. There we go. Card's doing quite well. We still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're 10. We're 10 away from a full house.
Okay. So here we go. With Ryu, who I played over the weekend. All right. Overall,
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Black Mage for a super chat. It says, I miss anything of interest today? Not particularly. So Dashi joined me for Bingo, first of all, Black Mage. So we've got Dashi on the call as well. And as soon as Dashi started talking, Prophet tried his best to get him to, you know, have some weed, essentially. You know, 20 mil, you know, MGs or this and that. I had to fucking just put him in his place. I mean, but Prophet joined us for the call as well, briefly to talk about Diablo, which is good. But other than that,
yeah.
though, Yeah, on you go, sorry.
Yeah, you missed the traditional dig from him. That's all, pretty much.
Yeah, he keeps bullying you, and I keep fucking telling him to stop that shit. You know what I mean? I don't want crap. So yeah, you haven't really missed anything of interest from Phil. It's just same old boring shit. You know, he's clearly desperate to fucking have a good Street Fighter session after the disappointment he's had with Ryu. So he just can't. He's really fucking looking forward to going back to Blanca and expecting to fucking crush people. Which, who knows? It may happen. It might fucking not happen. You know, hopefully, other people can fucking step up and keep put him back in his fucking place. But yeah. Other than that though, it's not been a very worthwhile stream from Phil. It's been quite boring. Same old crap.
So here we go with Ryu, who I played over the weekend. All right. Overall,
This is phone stuff, by the way. He is using his phone. This is the data that fucking Game Cooker sent him. So I'm ticking phone stuff, and that's the first bingo of the game.
in casual play, I have 73 wins and 41 losses. So in casual play, I'm doing good. In ranked matches, I am absolutely sucking ass. 15 wins and 39 losses my first session. 9 wins and 14
Sucking ass. Scat talk or not?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see what the chat says. Come on, audience. Storm says no. VLX says no. Damien Anderson says no. Says debatable. Heather P says no. John Smith says no. I'm not seeing one single yes yet. And Prophet is telling us all that Phil stats or Game Cooker stats, whatever, they're off by 20 losses. I have everything on my channel page. So there's Prophet.
We just ignore the colonies on this one and just overrule them like we used to do 250 years ago.
Who's we? You know, still fucking hurt about yesterday, and the fucking anniversary of America fucking whipping England's arse.
No, I'm just going to tell them the truth that 247 years ago on this day, you all got taken up by aliens, and it's all been a fever dream for you all. Good luck.
Fucking fever dream. Fucking fever dream and thinking fucking Brexit was a good idea. But there you go.
losses my second session, 5 wins and 11 losses my third session. If you want to do the math on that, it's 28 wins and something like 60 to 70 losses.
That is funny, Phil. You're losing quite a lot. Ha ha ha. Let's fucking go to fucking. Oh, first of all, let's fucking enjoy some otters some more. But then we zoomies again. The ice is melting here. There's a lot of ice in that fucking bucket thing up there as well. But yeah, good old otters. Nice cow and otters. Okay, now let's go to Prophet's channel. Let's see. If I scroll down here. Anyway, I'm gonna go here instead. Prophet, where are you? There you are, you creepy bastard. Community. As long as Phil plays, I'll report on his lies. This was 5 hours ago. There's the stats there. His total is 100, so he's got 791 wins altogether. He has a 54.48% win rating with everyone combined. So he's so basically he's average essentially. Fucking, he pretty much wins one and loses one, roughly on average, in ranked mode. So there we go. And Ryu, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Ryu, he has a 31.18% win rating in ranked matches. He's won 29, he's had 93 battles. So there we go. Back to Bingo.
Oh, why did they put me in diamond? Oh. Ah. So overall, this kind of did hurt my overall record, I think. But here we go. You ready? Here's my overall record at this point. 938 wins, 710 losses. I'm somehow still at a 57% win rate, which I think I've been around 57 for like weeks. I don't know what it is, because some characters I do better with, some characters I do worse with. No matter what, I still end up at 57%. I don't know how this is possible. But as you know...
Probably because the fucking information that was given to you is fucking false and fabricated, but there you go. The real information is there on Prophet's page. Phil, these are the latest stats. Outside of you and Game Cooker line out your stats in the game, this is filtered for ranked only. Casual scrub matches do not count, unless you want to feel better about yourself. Total 1,452 battles, already past 1,000 mark that you can claim you haven't hit yet. Wins 791, and the best characters in order: JP, Marissa, Blanca, and Lily. So there you go.
We are climbing to 1,000 wins, all right? And we're at 938. After today, we're going to be right there on the edge. I don't think we'll hit it today, but I think Friday. I think Friday is the shoe-in. On Friday, whatever new character I end up picking on Friday will be my 1,000th win in Street Fighter 6. It's pretty neat. I'm excited for that. I hope that we get to it, okay? But we'll see what happens and go from there. And then after that, what's the next? 2,000, right? We keep climbing. We try to hit these big milestones. But I'm excited. It's been a fun ride. I'm happy that today I'll be doing more ranked and hopefully leveling up and go from there. So, all right. Very nice. Okay. That's it. So now what I'd like to do is open up the pre-stream / podcast to a little bit of Q&A. We're probably going to end the show a little earlier today for me to take a brief break and probably like use the restroom, but then we're going to jump into gameplay, and I want to get to the ranked gameplay and get a good chunk in today. Hopefully, like I said, level up with my best characters. Again, I'm on the fence. Should I pick Zangief or should I pick Blanca or should I pick Bull? Maybe we start with Zangief and we swap to Blanca. We'll think about it, okay? Jade, awesome. He says he feels okay today. He'd love to see the Bison hat today. Well, we hit $100 in tips. Maybe I'll put on the Bison hat. Yesterday I did have the Ryu headband, so the Bison hat today would definitely make sense, I think. Okay. Oh yeah, Brad says, I think Guy will be more interesting to see you play than Ryu. He has an easier time standing still and committing to defense, maybe easier execution because there's no Dragon Punch influence. Interesting. Lady L says, I'm feeling spoiled. You played Street Fighter 6 2 days in a row. Who's my favorite character right now? Honestly, my top 3 fun characters to play, you know, Blanca, Zangief, Lily. I think all 3 of them I like. All 3 of them are interesting and unique and different. They all play differently. And I'm enjoying them all. I would say those are my top 3 fun factor characters. You know, actual like competitive level, definitely Blanca's my best. As you know, I'm diamond rank legit with Blanca. I grinded my way up to that and I'm getting much better with the character. Lekmik says, we ever just focus on one character and get to master? See, I don't know. I mean, we could, but then, do you really, let's be honest. Let's say all day Friday, and then again on Monday, and then again on Wednesday of next week, all I'm doing is playing Blanca. Would you get bored? That's a hell of a lot of Blanca. You know, I'll get better. I'll probably have better setups and interesting things, but do you really want to see that much of one character's gameplay? If I did that next week, I could potentially get to like 3-4 star diamond if I do well. But do you really want to see all that Blanca, or are you going to get bored? But that's the thing. Most people playing this game competitively, that's actually what they did. They just sat with 1 to 2 characters, played them endlessly, got good, and that's their game. There's almost no one out there who's playing every character. You know, no one's doing what I'm doing because they're all trying to get good and fucking go to tournaments and shit, and I'm not. I'm just trying to put out good content for you guys and get a general understanding of each character in the game, trying to figure out who really does fit who I would like to play. You know what I mean? See, Lady L likes the variety that I'm playing. Flip Flop says, you see yourself becoming a master in the next few months and go to tournaments? No, I've already said I have zero interest in playing competitively in this game. I'm just here to cover it and play it online and get better at it and put it as something regular in my rotation. You guys have been enjoying seeing me play at this game at a competitive level. I'm happy to do it, but I have no aspirations of anything else outside of that. You understand that anytime that you decide I'm going to go competitive in a game, that's it. Now you got to sacrifice time away from what you're doing. I would have to cancel streams, travel to fucking play in tournaments. Fuck all that. Been there, done that. Did it for a long time in my life. Zero desire to go back to that lifestyle. Zero. Lady L, question for you. When you were counting my wins and losses with Ryu yesterday, those were overall matches, correct? Those were match countings? It wasn't rounds you were counting, it was matches, right? Or were you counting rounds? Niku says, what other Street Fighter game do you think best replicated your Street Fighter 2 mains? Are you disappointed DJ plays differently in Street Fighter 6? Here's the thing. They've never replicated my Super Turbo mains. Not once. There has not been another game that played like Super Turbo. Super Turbo is its own entity, and there are games that take things out of Super Turbo and implement them as part of their overall gameplay. Excuse me. But no. For example, like you're saying, DJ plays zero in this game like Super Turbo. I don't even think he has a single move that has the same properties as Super Turbo. They changed every move he has in his repertoire. So essentially he's a totally new character, okay? That's to be expected, right? It is. When you get to more modern games, they probably feel that the way he plays in Super Turbo would be too basic, you know? He wouldn't be able to implement a lot of the strategies and things that they have in this game if he had played like Super Turbo, right? And, you know, it is what it is. I gotta accept that. Blanca also plays nothing like Super Turbo. I would say the only way that Blanca plays like Super Turbo is that he can tick into with the hop for mix-ups. He can do Blanca ball fake-outs to throw, and he's very maneuverable. And that's about it. All his combos are new, all his juggles are new, all his strategies are new. Everything's new. But sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. With Blanca, I'm getting it. With DJ, I was like, I don't get it. You know, it was so different. So, but yeah, no, like, there's never been a Super Turbo character that I feel was replicated in a future game. Like I said, maybe a few basics here they're taken and put into the next one, but never a transfer of skill, you know? Yeah, Brad says, why don't they let Geef have green hand, paying for his Street Fighter 4 sins? Yeah, what was it, Super Street Fighter 4? So that's what it wasn't. Super Street Fighter 4, they accidentally made Zangief top tier. And God forbid you have a grappler that's top tier. I guess that's forbidden, taboo or something. So, because he was absolutely ridiculously good with combos because of his green hand being so good, they basically made it so that he can never have that ever again. They took it away, right? It's pretty ridiculous. It was matches? Okay, yeah, Lady L says that she counted matches. Good, because that's what you should be counting, matches, not rounds. I'm glad that you're doing that. I just want to be sure that we were counting correctly, because, you know, I'm trying to count to 1,000 wins, and I want it to be 1,000 match wins. Cool. I received a $1.30 tip. Is there no Final Fantasy 16 today? It was supposed to be yesterday. No, it wasn't. I figured you'd play it today. Looks like every day stream is Monday Street Fighter. I have fans like other games too. There is 2 streams of Final Fantasy 16 scheduled for next week. The reason we didn't get to this week was because of the marathon. There was supposed to be 2 this week, but the marathon, threw a monkey wrench into the mix. And I'll be honest, people are way more enjoying Street Fighter 6 than Final Fantasy 16. Like I said, right now I have 385 people on the podcast excited to see me jump into Street Fighter 6. When I play Final Fantasy 16, I can't even keep 250 people on the stream. They get bored. I don't blame them. I will be playing more Final Fantasy 16. I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to play it multiple times next week, but we gotta be patient and get to that because, I gotta go with the demand, right? Okay. Good morning,
So if
Chance.
200
Good evening,
people
Kirk.
demanded you jump off a... Sorry. So if 200 people demanded you jump off a cliff, Phil, would you do it? Because I think quite a few of us here would like to see that.
It's just one of those fucking things. It's just excuses at this fucking point in time. But
Vote 1 for cliff jumper Phil.
Jesus, man. If Phil was a lemon, he'd probably be confused how to fucking do it.
No, if Phil was a lemon, he'd think he's an orange.
Not a lemon. Lemons are
Oh,
notorious
lemons, yes, okay.
Yeah, fucking nugget, yeah. lemon. Fucking, anyway, I think I completely threw me off. But yeah, Phil is just desperate to fucking... The strange talk about Super Turbo 2, no one's ever fucking replicated that, and how the game fucking played and all that shit. It's like, that's because, imagine if the game never fucking evolved. If the game never evolved, and how it has done, and it kept its fucking, core mechanics and all that shit, to, fucking Super Turbo 2, just to cater to fucking Phil's whims. But fucking bizarre thing. It's just, I was watching all the videos today earlier on of Phil talking about Super Turbo 2 and all that shit, and even earlier on, fucking him trying to compare himself to Justin Wong and saying he's fucking great at Super Turbo 2 compared to him and all that shit, and it's clear as day, this game, Phil being good at a fucking video game, to the extent where he's able to go to fucking tournaments and actually compete, has done almost as much damage to him as Machinima. Because it gave him some sort of strange fucking sense of, it laid the foundations for his fucking ego, when it came to fucking, in the gaming sense, that fucking victory, the 4th place at EVO, #1 ranked American, laid the cornerstone, laid the foundations of Phil fucking proclaiming to the internet as a whole that he's probably one of the best overall gamers in the country. And to this fucking day, Phil tries to backtrack on that shit and says, no, I wasn't being serious, I'm just a character and all that shit, but no. Phil absolutely fucking meant every single fucking word he said. And even when you fucking see him play Street Fighter today, Street Fighter 6, it's clear as fucking day. He is desperate to try and emulate that kind of success he had back in the fucking day and try and fucking pretend he could fucking be up there with the fucking master level players, the fucking professionals. And so they're only fucking up there because they want to try and go to tournaments and win and be serious and all fucking tryhards. Heaven forbid fucking people play the fucking game because they like the fucking game, they enjoy the fucking game, and want to fucking master the fucking game. No, they're all fucking just tryhards trying to fucking just get good and fucking just, do well, but it's ridiculous. Phil's the only one that's ever. Phil's the fucking only content creator out there, the only Street Fighter content creator out there that is playing the game apparently to fucking give people a variety of a good time. Stevie Red, so I come to the chat. See, I was looking for clips of him and Rambo yesterday and found him talking about meeting John for the first time and how John was starstruck because he was top ranked US Super Turbo 2 player. Fuck off. Fucking John Rambo is all starstruck. Oh my god. Fucking, he'd probably just fucking, pokes Howard in the fucking arms. Like, Howard, do you know who that is over there? With the oddly shaped head? That's DSP.
I can describe being starstruck. I saw Mick Foley about 10 years ago, and I pissed him off because I was just babbling over myself. That is being starstruck.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I've ever been starstruck myself. I'm trying to think of the most famous person I've met. I can't really think of the top of my head. But I'm a very boring bastard, mind you, so I don't know. I've seen Mick Foley compete, I've been to a couple of live events back in the fucking days. I've seen Stone Cold, Not Shit, and Undertaker, and Mankind, and Big Show, and all that shit.
I actually got his autograph. That's what made him so mad, because I was such an arse about it.
Jesus, man. But yeah, it's one of those things. I can't mind when I don't think I've ever been starstruck though. But nah. Prophet says Brad Pitt's the most famous person he's met. Fucking hell, not bad. Dimmock says I met Keith Chegwin once in the Big Breakfast. That's a fucking big one.
Fever dreams that you have do not count as appearances.
Jesus, man.
Okay. Good morning, Chance. Canadian Kirk, I have no plans to try out a new social network, especially one made by fucking Meta or Facebook. That's the worst idea possible. Jade, Jasper is good. He's energetic today, kind of running around house. Oh, yeah? Lady Else is a pro called Haitani. Got every character to master level. They must have just played Street Fighter and done nothing else in June. It's quite interesting. They have a tier list and who they ranked high. Oh, yeah?
Straight away, Phil has to fucking get all defensive and say, oh, they must have fucking done absolutely nothing but play the goddamn game non-stop. So, somebody fucking got every fucking fighter in Street Fighter to master level. And Phil, rather than fucking be nice about it and congratulate him and say, cool, that's a pretty cool fucking thing. I was like, oh, they must have fucking played the game goddamn non-stop and done absolutely nothing else during the whole entire month of fucking June. Heaven forbid a fucking person likes the goddamn game or anything.
Me boy Cyclone, yes, I saw Land Before Time and Brave Little Toaster. I've seen both of them.
What a weird fucking question. Have you ever seen the fucking Brave Little Toaster? Fucking hell. His audience.
Kevin says, thoughts on the social and economic crisis in the U.S. today? Oh, I love it. I love it when everything's in crisis and chaos. You know, it's very boring when everything's safe. It's too blasé. When people are on their toes because disaster.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Black Mage. Super Chat says that they met Charles Martinet. Or Martinet? I don't know if the T is silent at the end or not there, but Charles Martinet.
It is Martinet, the T is silent.
Okay, I got it right first time. Fucking curry. Met Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario. He signed my 3DS and 3DS game case. That's pretty fucking cool. It's pretty fucking cool. I'm still trying to think who's like the most famous person I've fucking met. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird one. Like, I'm thinking. I don't actually know.
Probably it's Margaret Thatcher. It's probably Margaret Thatcher during when you were a kid.
Yeah, the thing is though, like I'm a pretty big fucking deal, you know what I mean? So who's more famous than me in Scotland? I don't know. Maybe a Wardog leader. He's probably more famous than I am. But then again, he is a true king of suffering.
Me boy Cyclone, yes, I saw Land Before Time and Brave Little Toaster.
By the way, I might count this as drama talk. Him fucking talking, him going crazy about this fucking situation with the American economy and all that shit. I think that could count as drama, couldn't it?
I've seen both of them. Kevin says, thoughts on the social and economic crisis in the U.S. today? Oh, I love it. I love it when everything's in crisis and chaos. You know, it's very boring when everything's safe. It's too blasé. When people are on their toes because disaster's right around the corner, that's where the action is. What do you think I'm going to say? What would you like me to say? Anyway.
Money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much. The proper super chat says, Alt met Jesus once. So of course that makes sense, you know what I mean? Fucking poor Alt Insider getting fucking dragged through the ringer because he's an old bastard. Poor guy. But yeah, Alt met Jesus once, yeah. Someone said Kevin Bridges. I didn't actually meet him, but I was in the same pub as him. Kevin Bridges, the Scottish comedian. Yeah, he's a funny guy, but I never actually, actually met him and said, hey, how you doing? But I was in the same pub as him before, but he was with his pals, so it's one of those things where it's like, he wants to, he's back in Clydebank, he's back in his hometown of Clydebank, you know what I mean? I was fucking through there fucking seeing pals, whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, we're in the same fucking pub. And it's like one of those things where like, I don't want to disturb him when he's fucking, just trying to have a good time with his pals, you know? But, yeah, funny guy. I met footballers as well, but not like big massive names, like no world famous footballers, or just like, British famous footballers, I guess.
So you've met Ali McCoist then?
Yeah, Alan McCoist and Mark Gately. My dad was a big Rangers fan, so he loved him to bits. So I met Super Ali and Mark Gately as well. And all that shit, but I was a kid though. I was too young to kind of know any better. Andy Gormai. I grew up in that fucking era, so yeah, I was. I met them, yeah. But I was too young to really fucking acknowledge who I was meeting, I guess, because I was quite young at the time.
What would you like me to say? Anyway.
Is that drama talk with Phil talking about the economy and all that shit of America?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't think it does. It's on the edge, though.
I'll leave it for now.
Brad says, what's your new favorite move of an old character in a new Street Fighter game? Ryu's Hashigeki Palm Strike is really strong. I just keep forgetting about it. And I would say, you want to talk about the most improved move I've seen? Blanca's Rainbow Roll. So Blanca used to have a move, charge back forward plus kick. He would do a backflip and then a roll. It was completely fucking useless. It never had any use. It always sucked. It never juggled. It never landed. It just kept you open like an idiot. It didn't even mix up. It was just worthless. And
Hey, Phil Saturday at 12, no anything to tick off. Hooray, there we go. It's not a bingo, but we're still, it's progress. That's a key thing. We are
Don't forget to like the video, folks.
We are 8 away from a full house.
game, it juggles, it's useful, it mixes up, it can cross over into a combo. They made it a useful move. Thank you. Thank you for taking one of the most useful moves in Street Fighter history and making it viable in competitive play. That was very nice of them. Okay. Who am I going to play today? At the very least, Blanca, but possibly Zangief and Blanca. We'll see. My 4th of July was fine. I was here streaming all day. Okay. All right, guys. I think it's time to end the show. Like I said, I do want to get some extra gameplay in today. So let's end the podcast. I'll take a brief break to probably use the restroom or whatever, and then we'll come back and we'll jump into Street Fighter. We'll see, do you guys want Geef or Blanca first? We'll determine that. Thank you all for watching the Level 1 podcast. I hope you enjoyed the show. Enjoy your day off tomorrow for my content. Next week, we get back to the swing of things with full-time gaming. No marathon next week or anything like that. It'll be an exciting one with the possible conclusions of Diablo and Zelda, and maybe going into new things, and of course, progress in Street Fighter, progress in Final Fantasy 16. Good stuff. Thank you all. See you Friday. Okay. Let's get set up, guys. And like I said, I am going to take a brief break. I got to use the restroom. So, let me go.
This is a really short podcast, then. He ended like 20 minutes early. Look at the time in the top corner. That was a really short podcast.
Go ahead and get this set up. What am I doing? Well, that was really stupid. I moved it. I didn't put it the right size yet. I got too eager. Here we go. I got too excited and too eager is what happened. Okay. All right. Here we are. All right, guys. I'm going to take a brief break. I'll play a few ads. It'll be a 5 to 10 minute break tops. When I come back, we're going to jump right into ranked play, and you'll determine you want Zangief or Blanca first. We'll see. And we'll go from there. I'll be right back. Thanks, guys.
He's monetizing his audience. Get him. I fucking mute him
My
for
bingo card form. Sorry.
On you go.
My bingo card form is going to complete shit.
Yeah, usually you're fucking mid-reliable in this, you know, so, I mean, I think it's, a lot of these are kind of things you would expect to happen, though. Phil saying, like, sound good in a YT pose. It kind of has, like, a couple of YT poses, but it didn't last too long. But because we're struggling for fucking green, I'm going to tick it. There we go. It has actually done a couple of YT poses, whatever, but they didn't last too long. And I kind of felt bad about ticking them. But we need some green on our screen. So there we go. But, yeah, I don't feel very optimistic about getting a full house.
So it's fine for the Scotsmen over all the Americans and all that, but not the Englishmen.
Congratulations, you finally caught on. Oh, it took you, what, fucking an hour and 2 hours or something? Yeah, 2 hours. You finally figured it out. It's all good. Anyway, Phil has returned from, you know, taking a big massive shite.
Okay, everybody, I am back and ready. I definitely needed that before we got started. I feel a lot more relieved now. I'll definitely be able to concentrate more on the game.
That is scat talk.
That definitely is scat talk. Correct, yeah, that has got to be scat talk. That's another bingo. And just like that, we're only 6 away from a full house.
Thanks for being patient, and now it's time to start with our Street Fighter 6 ranked stream. Wow, I received a tip during the break, and it looks like it's a very generous tip. So let me take a quick look here. I received a $50 tip from Lisa Lou. Says, Kat seems like an accomplished cook. What other desserts does she make for you? I enjoy rhubarb pie. She has never baked a pie yet. She wants to. She actually has said to me multiple times she'd be very interested in baking like a full-size pie, but we haven't gotten around to it yet. We're not big on desserts here. Just being honest, like as I gotten older, I'm not really much of a sweet tooth. So I don't really look for desserts that often. I mean, she's made cookies. She's made different kinds of cakes for me for my birthday. She's also made what do you call it? Like these like cobbler bakes. Like she actually had made previously a blueberry cobbler. That was very good. But no, I mean mostly what she's making is dinners for us, like dinners and sides. She doesn't really go into the desserts because I don't eat them that often. And even I'll give you a perfect example. The peach cobbler she made is amazing. That day on Sunday night, I ate it on stream. It was amazing. Guess what? I haven't had any since then, and it's probably just going to get eventually just thrown out because it's not something that's in my diet. You understand? Like dessert is not part of my diet, and when it's not part of your diet, you don't think about it, nor do you crave it. I have not thought about eating a dessert at all this week. So the peach cobbler is in there, absolutely delicious, and I haven't had any of it because I just don't think about it. So it was good to have the special thing on the stream, but then, you see, so that's why she doesn't usually bake many desserts. Now, if she baked a pie, I'd probably be more apropos to try the pie and eat the pie, especially if it's like something I really like blueberry or cherry or apple. Ooh, that's good stuff. But, you know, I would, you know, this, like, I just don't think of dessert at all. Like, I never think of dessert. It doesn't even pop into my head. It's like something that's out of my rotation, you know. Disco says, I went to an amazing Middle Eastern dessert bakery. I would definitely try out traditional cultural desserts if you can. Yeah, that sounds good. I know each culture does dessert totally differently.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds good was said. We have another one. Hey, well, I mean, We're getting there. We're only 5 away now. You finally hit a 20 mark, so a redemption, you know. And it's not over yet. We're still going.
Oh, ban somebody, you wee bitch.
All right.
Right? Oh, those Turkish desserts. They do like the baklava and stuff with pistachios and stuff. That's probably really
But how did he pronounce that? Hold on. I need to hear that again.
differently. Right? Oh, those Turkish desserts. They do like the baklava and stuff with pistachios and stuff. That's probably really good. You know, every culture is so different. All right, guys. Let's do this. Let's get ranked play, because you guys are so angry with me that this week I barely played any ranked play. I was casual play with Ryu. It was casual play on Sunday during the marathon, and it was mostly casual play yesterday. So let's do ranked, all right? So, I don't know. Would you like to see me start with Zangief or just go right to Blanca? I'm leaning towards doing some Zangief matches first, and then at some point transitioning over to Blanca, because I did study tech on both characters and would like to try some of it, but that's up to you guys. You're down with that? I want to try some things with Geef. That I saw. I don't know if they'll work or not, but I kind of want to give it a shot.
Robert's asking for us to play the first ranked match.
Ah, you're absolutely right. We have earned the Gunner glasses with this amount of tips already before we even started with any gameplay. Now, guys, listen. I really appreciate the tips, but I will be honest with you. In the last month, there's been a lot of focus on tips, but a lot of the other support has kind of dipped and fallen by the wayside. Things such as the super chats and the memberships. And the tips are great short term, but I know for a fact when I get paid this month in July, it's going to be less. And I don't want to have like multiple months of basically a decline there. So please remember, those other things are important.
Oh, fucking shut the fuck up. Fucking beg segment straight away, for fuck's sake. Phil, what incentive is there for the audience to fucking support you with super chats? What is in it for them? Apart from seeing a fucking animation. Like, apart, no. If they want to give you fucking money, they'll give you fucking money. It's as simple as that. Let them support you of their own fucking volition and their own fucking desire to fucking date.
For the people donating, it's the sense that they're giving to what seems like a charity case.
Does Phil mentioning how much he needs usual support count as drama after how much money he's been getting?
I'd say no in this case, unfortunately.
Yeah, because it's a regular fucking thing he brings up. He brings up every fucking day, so nah.
Important too, all right? Not that I'm saying that I'm upset or anything, I'm not. I'm just saying, please, just a little reminder. The tips are great, but it'd be great, if you like the channel, ongoing support with a membership is a great way to do it. Or again, today we're gonna have a lot of viewers likely in just a few minutes here. We're gonna have way more viewers as people realize I'm playing. And gifted memberships is a great way to help the channel in general and everyone else too. It's not just about me, it's about everyone that benefits from it, right? Okay. Do the glass.
Prophet, are you asking me to continue bingo until after he's finished the first match? Or do you just want to see the first match, Prophet?
Does it make it harder to play with the tint? Within a second, I don't even notice the tint anymore. Seriously. So no, they definitely don't make it harder. Where is the Geefster? The Geefster. There he is. What color do we want today? Maybe the green?
Why isn't Phil considering Zangief looking like this as somewhat, he's barely wearing anything. It's mainly like a big naked body with some tighty whities on, with a very noticeable bulge. And Phil he's not put off by this outfit. He's not grossed out by this very overly sexualized outfit.
He sees himself as Zangief. I think that's obvious.
Oh, he's trying to fucking get his hair like him as well.
Ooh, I like orange or yellow today, maybe. We'll go orange. We haven't played with orange yet, have we? Okay. What, sun's out, guns out? Oh my god, sun's out, guns out. Right now we're doing Hot Fighter Summer. Buff and loving it. Maximum gains. Nah, we'll keep the Hot Fighter Summer. That's silly. A different effect. I bet later on they're going to release more of these. I guarantee it. Like right now this is just the starter stuff. Within a couple of months I bet they'll release a whole bunch of new effects and you probably got to pay for them too. How much you want to bet? They're not going to give nothing for free. We'll do Flaming Zangief. Here you go. We'll do Flaming Red. Now we'll do Flaming Blue Zangief. There you go. Alright, see what we can do here with the Geefster. Ooh, a little bit of Geef.
Here comes a new challenger.
Alright everyone, it is...
He is now recording for fucking gameplay, which means that is going to bring an end to the bingo. So we're 5 away, sorry. We're 5 away from a full house. Prophet's request, I will watch your first fight. In the expectation and hope that Phil will get his arse handed to him. Because, funny. But, Yeah, it is what it is. Sadly, we couldn't get a full house, but it was still a fun wee bingo anyway. You know what I mean, nice wee kind of bit of blethering, bit of banter, whatever. But let's see how Phil does now with his first match.
It's time for ranked play, and today I'm starting off with Zangief. I've been studying a little bit of tech online, watching some videos. We'll see how I do here today with Ladifster.
Oh, it's Luke.
See, my camera's too big, isn't it? I'm going to make it smaller.
So Phil's 3-star platinum, and he's facing a 2-star platinum.
Oh yes!
Nah.
Oh, it's choppy too. Wow, the video's choppy and my camera's too big. I gotta fix both of those things.
Yeah, anytime I watch Phil play with Zangief, I just fucking expect like 4 or 5 360s getting mashed out in one round. For somebody to fucking prize himself on variety content, he's not very fucking buried with his fucking attacking.
What the hell?
Nah, Phil's gonna win this one easily, I think.
Oh, come on! Oh.
There again.
I'm losing a lot of opportunities.
1-1. It just got interesting.
Oh, missed it.
I'll be surprised if Phil loses this.
Oh my god, what? Wow.
He just seemed very comfortable that first round.
What am I supposed to do? Come on.
Come on, random fucking, you know, look.
I wish I could block on reaction. I can't.
Hated hero is the one controlling look.
Wow. His one button drive impact is ridiculous.
Is it over?
One button drive
Is it
impact
over?
is spamming it, and I can't do anything
Phil
about it.
loses.
Alright, enough of this. Time to start using Fierce Punch.
Phil got his arse handed to him.
Nothing like seeing the Luke use round 1 as basically like a gauge to what he needs to do.
Pretty much, actually, that's actually maybe exactly what happened, actually, yeah. Yeah, it's not strange to know, it's not uncommon for that to happen. So we watched the fucking, see if it makes it 2 in a row. We'll do one more, yeah. Come on, hated hero.
Thanks.
Jesus, man. So much damage for that fucking 360 here.
He just jumps out of everything, so I'm never gonna try a 360. I'm gonna try a combo instead.
Yeah, Phil, strong start to this round for him, but he might throw it. Nah, match 360, that is. The match 360s save Phil again. Nice.
I didn't do that. What the hell? I totally didn't do that.
I like how Phil just spun in the spot.
How the hell did the cross up whiff and get that throw? Stupid.
Button mashing at it.
I did mine! I totally did mine there. Bullshit.
On your cell, hated hero. Fucking punish him
I
off.
can do. He gets free. Somehow I get drive burn against a modern fucking Luke.
Here we fucking go. Come on, hated hero. Give us some more salt from Phil.
With my Fierce.
Phil dropping inputs all over the place. Did you hear that mash in there? Did you hear that incredible amount of fucking mashing that just fucking happened there? Listen to it again.
Oh my god! Yeah, can't do anything about it.
Oh, please, fuck up again, Phil. Fuck up again. Nah, that's...
There we go.
It's over.
He tried.
Well, hang on, does that mean there's going to be one more then? Because they're 1-1 technically. We've got to see it out. We've got to see it out. Go on, headed hero, you wee dick. Don't let us down there.
What I want.
This is looking not bad. Quite even, but then again, yeah, there we go. That 360, man, is ridiculous.
Bye bye. Boosh. Very nice.
Fucking button mash into fucking victory here. We need a big comeback here from Headed Hero. Feels like he's running out of ideas, you know? He's trying to spam a whole bunch of shit from distance, but it's not really working too well. Nah.
Try to jump over it.
That was a good dodge, Joe.
Nicely done.
That was a great dodge. Not sure intentional or lucky, but well done. No, same. So this should be one each. This should be one each right here for this last round. Yeah, surely. There we
The jump
go.
kick whiffed even though it looked like it should have hit, and then he just mashed his driving back again. Like, come on.
Go on, Headed Hero. Don't let us slide down there. Wait for 360, there it is. Predictable, so predictable. Ah, we're in big trouble here, we're in big trouble, we're in big trouble. He needs to stay away from him. I was looking for that 360 to end it.
What the hell?
What the fuck did he, what the hell did he do? He walked into it.
No, he got pulled into it.
Oh, did he get pulled into it? I was so confused. I was so fucking confused.
Oh,
Oh, fucking nice timing.
I was like, why is he going towards the fucking danger? Fuck, okay. That shows you fucking much I know about the game. That's it. Yeah.
very
Fuck you, Headed Hero. You let us all down. You suck.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, well. I went to live just to see what was happening, and Phil is losing. Phil losing to a muscular woman. He's not sure whether to be aroused or pissed off.
I didn't get the right media. Sucks.
Fuck it. No, I can't. Watching Phil play is boring. I'm done. If people want to fucking watch Phil play Street Fighter and find someone else, stream whatever, I'm gonna just call it time there. But yeah, Phil is as usual just fucking it's boring watching play. Even playing Street Fighter is boring watching Phil try and play because he just spams the same fucking moves over and over and over again. Like,
Phil doesn't understand that in order for stuff to be entertaining, the entertainer has to be good. This is why Emilio Watson is better than him. This is why Corona is better than him.
It's not necessarily about fucking ability. I mean, it's not about ability. It's just like a case of he claims to be some sort of fucking, you know, I mix this up and mix it up. And no, you do the same shit. I knew exactly what was coming. I saw 360 coming a mile away and I called it. And when you fucking know, you fucking done it. I don't even play the game. I've never played Street Fighter. And yet, even I can fucking tell when Phil's going to do fucking moves because he's such a predictable, boring bastard. I mean, of course he's fucking predictable. I fucking play bingo every fucking day because he's that fucking predictable. But anyway, enough of that. We got otters. We're enjoying the otters. Oh, the two had a head-on collision there. Oh dear. This one's still fucking like stuck in a wee. Is it trying to sleep? That one, just floating about there in the middle. You know, I fucking no, don't know. Not clued up on otters, but yeah. They're still cute as hell to enjoy and watch. But yeah, I'm going to end things there, guys. Enjoy Phil's day off, of course. I won't be back until Friday for some bingo antics. But I hope you enjoy yourselves for the rest of Wednesday and of course Thursday as well, whatever you end up doing. And I'll see you all again on Friday for some more robust bingo antics. But until then, guys, have a good one. I'm going to end how it always ends by playing notorious PIG contributions made by the XY talented Pixar Animations. So before we go, Dash, you got anything you want to say?
On a personal note, like I say, this is just behind the scenes stuff, but like I say, thanks for the advice you've given me over the past few months and all that. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're not the only person I've talked to for, some people basically need someone to listen to them, you know what I mean? Whether I can help or not, sometimes people just need to talk about things, whatever, and I'm always happy to help if I can, so you won't be the first, you won't be the last person I'll also try to help, but it's always good to, if anyone ever needs to reach out, of course, don't be afraid to just fucking reach out and just, ask and talk, whatever, I mean, the very least I can listen and try and offer some advice at the very least, it doesn't hurt though. Never be afraid to ask for to talk about things, for anyone, but But yeah, I'm glad you were obviously you had a good time, Dashi, and hope you had fun.
Yeah,
And,
of course I
yeah.
did. Like I say, once I got over the initial feelings, I'm like, yeah, I had a great time.
Exactly, yeah, so there we go. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully, you're welcome back, of course, anytime. Anyone's always welcome back anytime, you know what I mean? And if anyone else wants to join in as well, of course, just let me know. I don't mind trying to get it all set up and organised. So, there we go. But anyway, I'm going to wrap things up there now. So, I'll see you all on Friday for some more bingo fun and games. But until then, have a good one, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
Maybe, sorry.
On
Maybe
you
you should. Yeah, maybe this should be a Maybe you could just have a bunch of us in on a Saturday. Just have a chat.
I mean, considering I don't do Saturdays, that's a great idea. Sorry, just say, the Saturdays, I can't. I mean, I don't think I'll be able to endure Saturdays as well. It feels weird, but I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow for not having to endure Phil's content.
Oh, I don't mean Phil. I literally just mean just like a pub, just like a pub chat with like 4 of us or something.
I don't know. I mean, I've also been trying to get something set up. It's just one of those things of like, also, I've still got these fucking games as well, like fucking, what do you call it? For Quick Blash. Things like Quick Blash and that shit as well. So I can fucking do some sort of group call / game with Quick Blash and have fun with that or something. Who knows? We could do something like that in the future. But fuck it. But for now, anyway, we'll just wrap things up there. And yeah, I'll catch you all on Friday for some more Other Bingo antics. But until then, I'll catch you all later. So cheers again, Dashi, and peace out, everyone.
And remember, DSP's a bitch.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30 and says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money, when you go outside, and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that in an instant.